It's
I like how
I've
she
got a
te- I
moment
like-
here
I like
too.
how
Massive
she-
Yo!
for the
Sorry.
10 gifted subs. Yo!
Yo!
Oh god, hang on. Oh crap. Yo! Now I'm live now too.
Hey yo.
Hi.
Okay, I need my.
Hey yo. Where's my reactives? Where'd my reactives go?
How's everyone doing
Oh, there
today?
they are.
I'm doing pretty good.
I am doing okay.
I am doing tolerable.
Summer. I continue to dance
I-
madly on the lip of a volcano.
That's a move,
I got
though.
the Faith trilogy on Steam is the thing I'm getting from the Steam sale, so we're doing all right.
The Witch trilogy?
I got spooky games. That's what I want.
Ah.
Hi, Karka. Oh crap, I'm on your new PC. Hell yeah.
Summer wind enjoyer, I see.
Yep.
Oh wait, did we level up?
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
level 4, yeah.
Oh my god. Well, everyone else did. Did you?
I believe I did. I think I
The only
gotta
thing
check.
the only thing I couldn't decide is on my skill. I can never decide on the goddamn skills. Because I took Gadget Specialist. Although I don't know what gadgets do or how to make them, I took it.
Yeah. Soba walked off
That's
and found a
the-
giant
the way to
bipedal
be.
crocodile. Killer Croc told her how to hit things with a rock. That's my skill.
That
hit
was
him with a
actually
rock.
Batman pretending to be Killer Croc.
It was
I want to be
big
clear, that was
rock.
Batman pretending to be Killer Croc. It
Oh
was not
shit,
Killer
wait,
Croc.
did I get trained
Killer
by
Croc is
Batman?
smarter
Oh
than
shit.
that.
Oh crap, I got trained by
Magical
Batman.
crafting.
Right. Magical. Oh, that sounds handy. I just want to, real quick. Hello, everyone! Because we're like a minute 3
Hello.
in and I haven't actually done it.
Hello.
Hello, everyone!
Yeah.
I just want to open up by saying shoutouts to GD who made this map, Great Dictator, who
Woohoo.
took the map that you guys made. Mind you, this was your map that you guys made of the town, and revised it into more of a a realistic and functioning map that I think is beautiful. And it's still a work in progress,
Yeah, no,
but there's a
this
lot of
Great.
fantastic details here. The library being actually on the docks, I think, is a cute touch. It is so absurd and extra to have a library in a town that is still being homesteaded, but it's also a very elven thing to assume that, well, it's a town, of course it has a library. Why wouldn't it have a library? So going the extra,
Like, where else are you gonna put your books?
yeah. So like going the extra, frankly, and putting it on the wharf, I think is a fantastic idea. We have.
Water will never think that the books are on right next to it.
See, I've had this, like, mental image of elves being almost the opposite on literature. Because, like, at least in D&D, for sure, trance allows them to perfectly relive any of their memories, right? So, like,
Oh yeah.
well, I read that book once. I read it when I was in, like, XYZ City 300 years ago.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's
I feel like remembering it now. And then they just, one night for 4 hours while they're asleep, they just remember that book.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think they might view a library like community contribution as a result to
Yeah.
everyone else.
We have the docks over here. The docks actually stretch out deep enough into the water to be reasonable, since, a lot of the ships can't go into the shallows, which I approve of that touch. We have a separate dock over here, which will include the gator, should anyone decide to go check up on it.
A little
meant to be
roof
where they
for the
make
gator
the
to
boat.
get out of the sun.
I mean, some already come like kind of pre-made like that, and it's like, okay, I can use this.
Yeah, that works out. That works out.
Cartography stone. The photo rocket is kept as canon.
Yeah!
You've heard of storytelling skeletons have a storytelling house.
Yeah.
Storytelling
and
rock.
also, as far as the library is concerned, bold of you to assume that, like, Alvin wouldn't go out of his way to just wrap all the books in cling film. They're being given to frogs. Frogs are very wet.
That's true, actually.
Every
like
page
there's
of every book is laminated.
there is no way Alvin didn't just
Boys.
take time out of his like he doesn't sleep. There's no way he wouldn't just overnight just laminate each page.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have
For the time period, actually, probably be more likely most of the pages are vellum.
That's
So the
true.
Water wouldn't really damage
Yeah.
them, so he'd just be like, every night he just takes like a handkerchief and wipes the moisture off of the pages.
Yeah. And if it's not on vellum, it's going to be transcribed to vellum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now his arms are the right way around, so he can actually write properly.
We have several longhouses, which are, and other domiciles, which are, good, a very efficient way of getting people beds and comfort. The Adventurer's Hall is actually like properly equipped and laid out now with a camp, with training dummies, with everything that you might need. I mean, it's still just you guys, but maybe some people that might be recruited into there.
Yeah, like there's still time for it. It's a work in progress. Like the town's still growing.
I love the fountain in the middle being transformed into this gorgeous pond, freshwater pond. It's just perfect. It's how I envisioned it without actually having like the map making prowess to really go into it. And then no one could see the pond anyways because I used an asset that no one could see. So whatever on that.
Yeah. Well,
So
now
is
they
there? So here's my question:
Hmm.
Are there guards to stop the Gripply from swimming in it, or is there a lifeguard?
I mean, why would you stop the Gripply from swimming in it?
Yeah, this
'Cause
is like a public pool.
Mhm.
Actually.
All right, we need to get a lifeguard tower, just like right here.
I'll see what I can find. I am thinking of like replacing the tavern. Like some of these buildings they still kept up because they couldn't find a model, but I think I just might have to make the tavern like a fancier looking building than I want it to be. Just solely
So it stands out?
That and solely due to lack of models that I feel are like advanced enough but not advanced. Like I essentially want something that looks like a tier 2 building effectively.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this looks like something. This looks like a basic human building from Warcraft 3.
Well, I mean, well,
Yeah.
Warcraft 3, I'm pretty sure that's WoW, old WoW.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, to be fair, a lot of
Isn't WoW basically
Although
built
this-
with Warcraft 3 assets anyway?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
old
we-
WoW is
yeah.
using a lot of Warcraft 3 assets.
Yeah.
That is true. Speaking of, this is also Warcraft accent, but this one actually looks nicer.
Yeah, that one actually looks
I
appropriate.
thought I
You know what?
recognized that.
I think the thing that's really funny about it now, though, is that when they did the Warcraft 3 Reforged, they pulled a bunch of assets from New WoW and put them into Warcraft 3.
Oh boy.
The cycle continues, I suppose.
Yeah, and then, like, the thing that was even funnier about it is they pulled the other assets into Warcraft 3 and they went, wait, they're the same asset. And it took like 4 months for them to update the models in Warcraft 3.
My god.
Nice. The windmill is a
Oh,
cute
the Knife
addition.
Market.
Yep, the Knife Point Market looks fantastic. With all the vendor stalls around it.
I wish there was some way to do like the dynamic light thing where like it just tells time by like just going around the shadow.
Yeah, I can do dynamic light, I don't know how to do angled light.
Yeah.
This is just like light I set up for me to use.
Yeah.
Easily.
I don't know how reasonable it'd be, but I do like the idea. Just like they're all set around. I don't know. Hey, what time is it? It's like, okay, what 2 things are the shadow over?
I do like how
And then,
the
So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show off the work in progress because it looks fantastic. We have the mayor's house over here and their office is still over here though.
I am pretty proud of the transformation of the cold house /
Mm-hmm.
temple.
Hmm. Oh, that looks rad, actually.
Mm-hmm. Looks amazing.
Mm.
At first I was like, part of me is like wondering like if the forge could be like maybe here on top, but then there was like a pesky coffin up there, and it's like, okay, that's be inside, I guess.
Yeah, it's got some really good like
Coffins.
Mesoamerican vibes. I'm liking that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
feel
it's
like
found in a
it
swamp.
makes more sense if it's like a chimney, and then because you see like the heads
Oh yeah,
on
that's
the
exactly
sides,
what I was thinking.
that's
They
where the
come
smoke
out-
comes out.
Yeah,
You gotta get like.
Ooh.
what I was-
Oh, there's smoke emitters.
I love it.
Here, could we like put a smoke emitter
Yeah.
in its mouth?
Oh yeah, I was definitely considering trying to find a smoke ring for that later. Like that's like a final touch detail.
Oh, that's super cool.
Also, some buildings indicate that the town is still in progress, like 2 or 3. They might look like ruins, but they're not. Because
Yeah.
ruins look like this.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, what is this?
oh, I think that's a fog and slash sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, arguably my
Ooh.
small favorite farm of all of the farms is like the little beekeeper one, just because it's a little bit more unique than the others next to the church here.
Mm-hmm.
Bees.
Right then. So
Bee
we can either play on this map, or we can go to the other completed map. This
I mean, yeah, however you guys wish.
Do you mind if I get the permissions for like token things?
Oh yeah, I can give
Just
some
for
everyone.
like entertainment's sake.
I am definitely planning on just like also as a final detail, just going through this little box of miniatures and just just sprinkling little NPCs.
Mm-hmm. So then, who wants to remind us what happened last time? Who wants to handle the recap? Because a lot happened last time. There was a lot of setup.
I just remember we went to go see Granny Biscuits. That was the highlight for me.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
I-
great, not gonna lie.
Oh, found a new house.
So, if you don't mind, just because my chat has been is asking about the story so far for people who haven't been here from the beginning. So in the beginning, we are a group of adventurers who were pulled together for. I am always forgetting the name of the bureau. The Bureau of
The Bureau of, I believe it was called the Bureau of Happenstance.
Yes. The Bureau of
Happenstance,
Happenstance.
yep.
And then we were hired by some elven aristocrats, plutocrats, whatever the term for them is. Extremely rich elves.
Yeah.
Either one of these is correct. So yeah.
To travel overseas and help to establish a colony in the New World. So we rode on a ship upon which we had to sail through a magic maelstrom that dispels all magic as you pass through it. And we had along our path run into a goblin hulk, a mass of ships that were just mashed together, who were using like wild storm magic to essentially be pirates, crash their ship into other people and steal their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very goblin of them.
Which we repelled, and then they crashed ashore somewhere to the north of where we landed.
Mm-hmm.
We landed here in the town of Landfall,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is.
Yep.
And since we arrived, we have met some of the NPCs around town. We have interacted with the cartography stone so that we can update the maps that we have of the area. Met with the mayor, who has begged us to take care of some issues. We had 3 issues in front of us. We had to... The bullywugs the Gripply were asking us to go to the Great Tree and save their village. The mayor wanted us to go and excavate some ruins in search of artifacts. And the other adventuring group went north, and we have lost contact with in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I missed some of that because my internet decided to die.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
But yeah.
Welcome back.
And then we had a conversation with Granny Biscuits last time. And, did some shopping with the vanishing cart. And
Oh,
we
yeah, and I've
were
got this
just...
magic.
I believe we were at
Sorry.
the point of discussing where exactly we planned to go.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything else to add to that, Magus, because of your investigations?
Currently, I am, for those of you who are not familiar with who I am, I'm playing Rodalak, the current liaison of the Department of Happenstance, and also our resident investigator. I've had 2 investigations going on to figure out what's going on with all the weird things that have been happening in this place. And I'm scrolling through our chat because we don't have the conversation of the notes listed on a separate thing right now.
Jade, this feels
Hi.
like a good time to introduce the thing I showed you. If you can
The
find
thingy?
it. The paper. The paper
The
add-on.
paper?
The thing?
Yeah, I linked you like a note-taking thing that.
Oh! Yes, I have not had a chance to work with that.
Ah, okay.
You're,
No, this week has been...
no, it's I'm there with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 2 investigations we have are about the strange magical anomalies that led us to this place that has made things a little bit more difficult for us to manage, and the investigation involving a ritual that had befallen this land at Knife Point that Granny Biscuits kind of made me a little bit more suspicious of as we roped into it.
Mm-hmm.
What all did everyone get from the vanishing cart? 'Cause I know that Soba got creation powder of unknown function.
I think I got a gear.
Someone got
Yep.
a hairbrush.
I think they might have skimmed on the brush though.
Yeah, I think they ended up not taking the brush.
I
Yeah,
believe I
Cece
got
did not
something, but I
purchase the brush.
can't remember what. I think
It was
I
a
wrote
book.
in yes, it was a book with something.
It was an ineligible book that showed several dissections of creatures.
The legible book.
I'm gonna pop Sprig's chat out so I can put it on my OBS.
Yes, you have not had an opportunity to look into it yet, but it is a book. Also, yeah, shoutouts to Granny Biscuits, the resident Fae.
I love when there's Fae characters that are just like they're just there. They're just tourists. I love that. I'm really tired of just like, oh, they're Fae. They must be evil.
No, she's vibing.
Yeah, vibing. Doing what she do.
They are not evil. They are just Fae.
Hello, Cece.
They work by different rules.
Yeah.
So then,
So this is my.
It is-
reference, guys.
it is
Okay.
still fairly early in the morning. Oh, well, not. I mean, it was no. Wait, what time is it? It is early afternoon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It is still
We were
early
going
afternoon.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I was going to backfill a couple of points that were missed. To the north, to the north lies several mountainous regions. Oh, again, there is a. I'm going to clean these off here. There we go. To the north, there is several mountainous regions, and the cartography stone actually did give you a guidance partway into them, which is strange because the cartography stone isn't supposed to work that way. You have to go back and check in at the cartography stone for it to update. But you do have a direction and path leading into the mountains, at least a little ways in. There's also some issues with some of the how shall you say this? Less alive individuals that may be a concern. The smell of necromancy coming off of the talisman of a odd bird that was talking with the mayor and making the mayor
Plus
promise to.
shit, right.
Yep, who you overheard was going to be delivering their tribute at nightfall. The Gripply, what was his name? A large, here it is. Hishop, the Gripply ambassador, is expecting you to join him for in the near future to head west out to the Great Tree, whatever that is, where the Gripply are not only requesting but expecting your assistance. But the mayor's driving concern is that you go to the south and start working in some of the ruins there to excavate some precious artifacts that might secure more funding from the elves across the ocean. There's a little bit of details that I wanted to.
So we're all in agreement. We go find out what the Gripply want.
Yeah. I think that was on everyone's mind. Like,
Yeah. So Soba wanted to hit the swamp, but I think she got outvoted, and she's not willing to like push the topic.
I think we were actually going to open on discussion about what you guys wanted to do. Go ahead.
Right now, the discussion that we had in regards to this was that we acknowledge that the mayor is a little squirrely. We overheard him having a conversation with a raven, which might have something to do with the Kenku to the south, as well as the rituals that befell this place before people started colonizing. So there might be some kind of pact going on there. And the mayor made a point to stall whatever's been going on with the little frog folk, and also told us to not deal with the Kenku at all. So my immediate thought is we have three directions we can go. We can investigate the Kenku, we can investigate the frogs, or we can deal with the mountain region where a couple of the adventurers have disappeared.
So
I'm thinking the frogs because I feel like that their situation might be able to give us more perspective more quickly instead of us having to, skulk around the Kenku more, which would take a little bit of time.
agreed.
I was coming at it from a different perspective. The skulking feels like going to the Gripply. So Soba's, I don't know how Soba would vocalize this because I don't have her brain set in my head right now, but the Kenku are a problem. The town needs artifacts to sell back. The Kenku are near the swamps. The artifacts are in the swamps. We go to the swamps. We get artifacts. It attracts the Kenku. We beat the crap out of the Kenku and make them tell us what's going on. That's Soba's perspective because she's very much the enemy is that way. I'm going to go beat them until they stop. Going to help the Gripply, she sees that as like, well, we're helping their tribe, but our tribe is in trouble from within. So, that's Soba's thought process.
And to give Cece's thought process, the shortest distance would be north to reach the mountains, like the foothills where we could find the trail of the other adventuring group. And then if there was nothing of concern there, then we would be able to skirt the forest, which would make great travel time rather than running through the forest to reach the tree, where we could then travel the shortest trip of them all to where we were expecting to go and find the relics, and then worry about going down to the swamp by following the river as deep as we needed to take it.
So you're thinking going kind of a counterclockwise
Basically,
method
counterclockwise circle with Cece's thought is like, that's the most efficient way to hit all 4 points.
Yeah, but
Now-
if the trails that we find up here if they lead us further into the mountain, then it feels like.
Well, the thought there is that the Gripply had enough time to send one of their people to come and find us, so it doesn't seem to be something that is of utmost urgency. The relics in the swamp presumably aren't going anywhere, and the Kenku or whatever their issue is with the mayor, the town seems to be stable, and as much as the mayor is sketchy, it's not likely that it's going to be a problem that's going to cause irreparable damage to the town right now.
Counterpoint.
So
to
it's we have the other adventurers who we might just lose indefinitely. The moderate danger to the Gripply, something that's on no time limit really, and then something that's on a slight time crunch.
That is true. Like,
I have a counterpoint in regards to the Gripply. The Gripply have had contact with this village a couple of times before, and sending someone as prestigious and as important as what was his name? I'm blanking.
Heshelin?
Heshelin?
Whose name?
As Heshelin would not have been
Heshelin, I
something
think.
if it would not have been as big a deal had not been for that sake of urgency. Secondly, it seems like that they've been dealing with this village just giving them the cold shoulder and just not giving them the attention they need up until now, and at least talking to them and hearing what they have to say first would allow us to get a little bit of soft power with the Gripply village, and we might be able to get a little bit more leeway, seeing as that we are the actual group that is listening to them as compared to the mayor, who seems to be uninterested in doing that. I feel that while the Kenku is definitely something I want to investigate, I do feel that the mountainous region is a little bit more pressing. So I would say in the particular order that we meet and speak with the Gripply at the village to get a little bit more context as to what's going on in the town, which may be able to inform us as to what might be happening up in the mountainous region. We investigate the mountains next, and then the Kenku last, because the mountains are potentially the most dangerous because the adventurers all disappeared.
I mean, so I would say that, like, though I do agree with you in a certain way, but like also like the longer we take with the Gripply and with the Kenku, the more chance we have of the A team just being dead. Like, Soba very much enjoys being the by default A team, but they're still members of our from her like mindset. They're still members of our tribe, and the longer we go without contact of them, the closer they might be to dead. And she comes from a mountain. Like, mountain is mountain, you know. like.
Yeah, and I gotta say, we know the goblins are slavers.
Yeah.
We cannot let people be lost to that if we have any choice.
If it helps, I have a bonus to navigating mountainous terrain.
Yep, pretty relevant.
It may.
So, like, so like I have a lore skill mountain. So basically, just anything to do with like dealing with mountains, I can.
Well, I'd like to avoid trying to split up to connect with one group and another, but considering this is our like first expedition out into the wilderness.
Also, something important to consider in regards to those like matters of urgency is the time it would take to travel to them. It's like, I don't know what the time would be like in actual measurement, but to look at the measurements on this table, it's about 30 to get from the town to the Great Tree. It's about 17, it's like 17, 18 to reach the pass in the mountains. And then if we go from the mountains to the tree, it's 23. If we go to the tree to the mountains, it's 23. So we're looking at essentially like a travel time that takes... We're increasing the travel time by almost 50% by going to the tree, then the mountains, then down.
For the record on that note, something that I'm going to presume that your characters would have learned, and just simply by talking to people.
Oh,
Going to the Great Tree is a 2-day journey with a common stopover at a small village where represented by this bonfire.
oh. So we can cover approximately 15 on this map in whatever measurement units this is.
Correct.
In a
so
single
1 day
day.
journey.
So,
across
1 day
the-
journey to the mountains, 2-day journey to the tree, and then tree to the mountains is a 2-day journey, or mountains to the tree is a 2-day journey.
And on that note, traveling through the marshland and swamp to the south is going to be a longer journey simply because it's terrained a lot harder. And obviously going
Yeah.
into the
It's harder
mountains,
to walk through
likewise.
swamp.
Yep, likewise traveling into the mountains.
Yeah, and then, like, from the tree we can take a boat down the river, which will be way faster than traveling on foot, or traveling through the swamp on foot.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
true.
I think I agree with CC. Like, yeah, like Soba's gonna agree with CC. Like, going mountain, tree, swamp makes the most sense.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to check in on our Gripply friends, but they're not so much in immediate existential danger as
If they
our
have
friends
the-
are.
If they have the time to wait around for human bureaucracy, they have the time to wait until we're done.
Exactly.
That is
You know, like,
If you've had the time to wait for the bureaucrats to get us to to send us to help you, you can wait a couple extra days.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
yeah.
All right, I'm
Worries?
gonna need you to take a number, sir, and take a seat right over there. My people are dying. Yeah, everyone's people are dying, sir. It's called aging.
It's called aging.
Alright, so yeah.
So, should I be the
Soba
one to
agrees with
tell-
CC.
Was that
Oh my
Magus?
God, why am I said, should I be the one to tell them that we'll rendezvous with them in a couple days' time at the village to after we've tried to rescue some people that have disappeared in the mountains.
You are probably the most
I mean,
diplomatic, so yeah.
you definitely volunteered for it just now, so yes.
Yeah. Well, Soba will tell them, try not to die. Try not to die as much, okay? We have our friend to take care of first.
I'm trying to imagine.
So- With my new
Especially
fangled
those-
skills.
Those other adventurers, if we rescue them from the mountains, they might be able to hit the swamp while we are at the tree.
And then they can die fighting the Kenku.
And then they can come back again, but in a bad way.
War.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're going north.
Yeah.
So should I tell the
I'll go with you.
Spriggy ambassador about the situation?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rodelac approaches to the gentleman who has been waiting very patiently for anyone to help him, and is going to have to very patiently tell him to be more patient. But with my
Please
new
take a
skills,
number.
now that I am a higher level, my dice won't be able to betray me quite nearly as much.
Uh-huh, you knocking
as
on
I
wood
say-
there?
So I'm going to first off approach with society as I imagine that I probably had looked a little bit into the Sprig's cultural acknowledgments, I guess, like the procedure of like how best to approach them to be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to make a society roll for that?
Give me 1 second, let me pull something up here. And we're going to be going into actual roleplay for this scene, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just making sure I have all the fun stuff in front of me. And it crashed. Okay, let me
I just
try
love
again to
the
put all this
idea-
fun.
I just love the idea of this table that just has all this random junk on it, and everyone's just like just playing around it.
Yeah. I mean, not that different from my home game. Let's be honest.
I also
Nice.
still. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So it's Rodolak and Kass. Wait,
Yeah.
two, yeah, who are going up there? All
Yeah.
right. All right. Hishop sees you coming up and says, "Oh, it's a good time. I'm glad you're here. It's about time. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the rest of your party?"
Yes, we've taken the time to. We have taken the time to deliberate, and we want to rendezvous with you in a couple of days' time with our group and give you our full attention. Unfortunately, we've had some news come our way. First, I should probably approach with that, the respectful bow or something that is custom of their people if they have them. Should I do a society roll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Let's give this a test with my new fangled skill abilities.
Ooh.
This time you got it for sure.
Yeah. There's no way
Alright.
you can fail.
Okay.
That is a 22.
Let's
Hey, watch
go.
That's
Rodolak,
respectable.
do a reasonable sort of like bow or whatever is the thing, and just kind of look at him oddly.
It's a it's a head tilt to the right that is just commonly seen as the equivalent of a bow or a curtsy in polite culture that you remember being learning about from we'll say you learned about it from Gip Gip.
Okay,
So,
ironically, that is the exact thing that I do to Rodolak.
Just imagine like Rodolak is like does the head tilt, then you do the head
What?
tilt. It's like yes, exactly like that.
Like, what's happening over there? Okay.
Oh my god.
As is tradition of the Cripply, there is an old saying that has gone within your tribe, and that is to tend to the tadpoles. Unfortunately, we must tend to our own tadpoles first, as some of them have wandered in a wayward fashion to the north, and we want to make sure that they are safe, so that they may attain their destination upstream of what is called the River of Life. Gonna roll my diplomacy.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. As your people say,
+2
ribbit,
for
like,
passing that society roll down.
Alright, so that was a 4, but with my new skill sets, I rolled a 16.
I'm going to assist. In whatever way that I can.
Yeah. So that 16 gets a free +2 for the passing the society check, and more and as much as for that as for
So
for being mindful of the society check.
I rolled a 14. The society check gives me a 16, and whatever it is that that cast gives me.
Yeah, which is another 2, which is puts you at a decent amount. Oh, to the north.
Thank you.
Well,
As he
okay.
says, allow our investigation to rescue the tadpoles of our tribe as a commitment of respect to tend to yours when ours when ours have been secured.
I
love
understand
Rodolak
the
so
need,
much.
but I will remind you that our people are dying. We've had another of these Kenku raids that has happened just 2 nights past, and well, I understand. No, it's fine. I respect that, and please do not take too long. Do you?
Sir, if I
Yes. Yes.
I hold up my stiletto pen, and I says, this pen was gifted to me by the head supervisor of the Department of Happenstance. It is one of my most prized possessions.
Oh.
And it is a signal, and it is a signification of my authority at the Department of Happenstance. I shall bequeath it to you as a means of collateral and commitment that we will not tarry and make our way to your region as quickly as possible.
Very well. I thank you, and I will hold on to this carefully for you.
So I have
Please.
bequeathed my my pen.
Do be
What's the
safe to the
character's name
north.
again?
Hishop.
Hishop, okay.
Do be careful.
Fine.
We do not travel to the north. It is too dry for us. And I do not know what you will find there. I have not heard good things, but we've never even mapped it out.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully we can give you some idea of what's up there then.
We would greatly appreciate that. And we will continue to trade and assist in any way that we can, of course. It is the least we can do. I am simply glad that the promised aid shall arrive.
The funniest part about this is like because they're frogs, they probably have children in like groups of 100. Like they're like our people are dying. Yeah, at what rate?
Okay,
Like, how
but do you
many-
not... if you
I
had
mean-
100 children, would you not love them as much as you love your children now?
It'd be a bit more
Yeah.
replaceable, dog.
It would be less... It would be more diffuse, I guess.
Look, like if I had octuplets and one died, I would feel a lot less bad than if I had twins and one died. You know what I mean?
Have you tried being a thrycreen? Apparently, they just shat you out in the middle of nowhere, and then once you get out, you're fully formed, sure, but it's like most of you ain't gonna survive that.
And the unfortunate time is they have a tendency to do that more than once, because when you ask them what's the deal, they say, well, the best things come in threes.
Yikes!
Wait.
So, while Rodolek and Kaz are going to talk with Hishop, Cece's gonna go shop. She's
Shit.
actually going to approach, Soba. Do you mind doing me a favor? Sorry, go ahead, I think something happened.
Yeah, I accidentally closed the drawer and sent all of our stuff into the abyss.
That's okay, that happens sometimes.
Oh!
These things do happen, though.
Whoops. Sorry, say again?
Yes, it is weird that there's an invisible button for that. I was just saying, Cece was actually going to approach Soba while everybody else was, while the others were talking to Hishop, and was going to ask if you could do her a favor.
Little one, what do you need?
I had an idea to help hasten our travel a little bit, but I need a lot of canvas.
What did you have in mind?
Mostly I would appreciate if you were able to help me carry it primarily. I only have so much lap.
She flexes her muscles. She's like, I will carry your puny canvas. Do not worry. Just tell me where you need it to go and where we are getting it.
I think we'll be taking it with us to the mountains.
Can work.
And she is going to attempt to check around Knife Point Market before we leave, if there's anyone selling canvas.
And there is, in fact. There are a couple of shipwrights who both make local sailing vessels as well as refit the larger vessel that tends to come into port once every once in a while. I don't know what someone's doing, but I keep on getting a pop-up about an asset.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm trying to do a thing in the
okay.
background.
Ah, gotcha.
What are you doing?
No
The
worries. I just...
Silva model imported.
Rika?
Yeah.
Hello, kitty.
Hello. Hello.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
Kitty.
Cat, where?
I
Cats are welcome at the table.
Oh yeah, we have canvas. Need a canvas?
I do, yes. I'm looking for. How much would it set me back for enough canvas for approximately a schooner?
For a schooner, you say? What's a schooner?
A small two-masted ship.
Oh, two-mast. Okay.
small
Well,
boat.
let's see here. Oh, you're one of those adventurers, aren't you?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, well, Loretta, get over here. One of the adventurers is here. Yeah, we'll get you taken care of. That's not a problem. Two masks.
Loretta.
Hello, how do you do? We're so glad you've arrived.
Fairly well. I have a thought in mind, and it might, well, I need canvas, primarily.
Oh, yeah, we'll get you the canvas. Schooner. Okay, yep, I can take care of that. I can have it to you within an hour.
I don't need it stitched or cut or anything, I just need the canvas.
Oh, just raw canvas? Okay, well,
Yes. I'll need to do some cutting and stitching myself.
not a problem. Let me, how can I load you up? It's not really, it's a bit of a handful.
Soba just steps forward. She's like, "Hand it to me, little man. I shall carry it."
All right. They hand you, what is a full armful, even for you, of canvas? Which is, you know...
Do I need to rage to carry it? Because I will.
No, but it's going to be, even if packed properly, it's going to be bulky. That's all. It's not,
Okay.
you don't need to, like, worry about encumbrance or anything like that, but, yeah.
I'm just imagining the idea of Silva being like, textiles! Ah!
I mean, it's just the funniest thing, because it's just like, the moment Soba gets any moment angry, like, her carrying size basically doubles to a creature twice her size. Like,
Amazing.
You mean an arm wrestling with a giant, and then get angry, and then just slam him across the freaking floor.
Silva just hates carrying things.
Could you carry this for me?
Yes. If Soba has to, just lifts it over her head like Link with a pot.
Yes. I love it. Lucy, just
So
stand right here.
my next, I can make something to make this easier to handle, but I'll need a little bit of time.
We'll see you just stamp right here. If you'd be so kind.
Oh, of course. And
Okay.
she fishes for a little bit, but she still has a seal from her time at the university, I imagine.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I imagine she's like, functionally Cece was like aiming for a doctorate at the university and left with just a master's.
Oh no.
A master's in trauma.
Yup. Master's in change.
You got a degree? You got a degree? Probably be flickers. Report
So
Yeah.
she'll press her seal for the stamp.
Hmm? Do you take a moment to read over the paper?
Yes.
It's a quartermaster request form. Effectively, because you're adventurers, they're just going to go to the quartermaster and say, "Hey, the adventurers needed this."
She's
Yeah.
still going to. So what do I owe you?
Oh, the quartermaster will take care of all that. I don't think you need anything beyond what the Federation will handle.
So what would it cost in material, anyways?
Well, you're gonna make me look stuff up now, are you?
I mean, is it not on your DM
Look,
screen?
she will hand over 10 gold.
I just like the idea
We'll
that
see.
she's just sitting there, like, sweating because she hasn't found the ledger in, like, 3 weeks, but it's just been
Yep.
saying, oh, it'll take care of that, hoping some bean counter is gonna take care of it, but she's just like, please don't make me look for the ledger.
that's spot on. Like,
Cece will just hand over 10 gold for her then.
oh, are you sure you might need this? Why would you need this?
There's only one market for me to come to. Most of what I do, I make myself, really, so.
Oh,
I
thank you
I
so
have
much.
to ask.
Yeah?
Is Pathfinder doing the system where they've got like copper, silver, gold, and platinum, or are they doing their own thing where gold is a little bit more casual currency?
Yeah, no, copper, silver, gold, platinum.
Yeah, it's the same. It's yeah.
So I feel like you might have overpaid with 10 gold pieces.
Yeah.
To be fair, this is
No,
enough
this is-
canvas for a schooner. If this works off of like D&D, where like your average peasant makes like 1 gold a year, this is like a small business. You know what I mean? Like,
D&D actually, the average the average farmhand or hard laborer makes 1 gold per week in wages.
oh,
okay.
I was over. They're poor, is what I was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like
found
a
it-
schooner in D&D, I believe, is about 300 gold pieces for the whole ship.
Hmm.
So like approximation, the raw canvas probably is between 10 and 30 gold.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
So I
Is that-
lowballed it because I only have 15 gold, but
I'm sure
Are
you'll
you
get
sure
paid
about-
in kind at some point.
Are you sure about that? We'll just get our shares through the quartermaster. You know.
yeah, of course. I need to pay for the service.
Well, it's very kind of you. Wasn't that so kind of them, Loretta? Yes, it was. Well, it's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
I imagine we might end up doing business together again in the near future.
If you need anything, you let us know. We'll get you all set up.
Of course, I will.
Meanwhile, Silva's just standing here, just like holding this canvas, like peering around the side, like, what the fuck is going on? Like her
Cece
tribe,
walking
her
out
tribe.
like I'm good with money, holding like a massive amount of canvas.
Yeah, I mean,
By
Hey.
the way, I just need some clarification here. When you guys say canvas, you mean like a sail or like
yeah, sailcloth.
Yes.
a
The material
sailcloth,
that
yeah.
sail's made of.
Okay, just I have to be sure there, because part of my brain was saying that the other one was like an oil canvas. So
Oh yeah.
Actually, fun
mean
fact
the
is that
canvas
oil
of the painting?
canvas
yeah,
was actually made with the same material for a very long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd imagine so.
So the next thing that we need to do, I imagine everyone needs to at least gather their belongings before we leave. Soba, do you mind helping me carry that back to the lodge, and then I'll help with making something so that it's a little less cumbersome?
I do not mind carrying it. Let us go to the lodge. And she just kind of.
Thank you very much.
I thought you were starting like the blues skidoo.
Oh, speaking
And
of
Cece
gear,
is, as they are leaving the market, she is already, like, taking out several of her spiders and starting to give directions.
Yeah. Yeah, like fucking like Soba, like I feel like Soba is big enough that like with her not looking where she's going, she might actually squish someone.
Now,
Like she
I want
is.
to take a. Yeah, true.
Sorry.
I want to take a moment to discuss one classic D&D issue that always needs to be discussed, and
Oh,
how
boy.
I handle it. I am going to assume that your characters have baseline competency, given that they live in this world.
Bold of you to assume.
True. Given
my character is a bit of a dysfunctional.
given
person.
that given that your characters live here and function here, I'm in general going to just make a base assumption that your characters, while traveling through wilderness, are going to be collecting firewood and making a fire. You're going to be, using some rations and also doing some foraging and hunting, because that's going to be, I suspect that's going to be, that your characters have, I'm not going to make a check every single night that you're out in the wilderness. That said, there will be moments where those checks are made where it's more important, or where something else is going to be at play. Some DMs fail to assume that baseline competency, which I think is a discredit for the heroes of the land who are spending more time in this world than the players are, right?
Yeah.
And on that note, I'm not going to worry too much about encumbrance. However, as you do not have any real magical items, handy haversack, bag of holding, etc., volume is going to be relevant. You know, if you
That
have...
was exactly what I was aiming for with my crafting project.
Yeah, I understand, but I figured I want to make that, this like a whole point, It's like if you have a halfling who has a 10-foot pole in their inventory, you're going to have to justify that.
Oh, we'll just dump it all on Silva.
I mean, like, literally, like, I can carry as much as, like, a large creature. So that's like, what, like an oxen?
Yeah. And on that note, if you do decide to get a cart, that will come with its own difficulties. Naturally, traveling outside
Solo will
of,
pull the cart.
common roads.
So the directions that Cece is giving and what she is crafting is basically just a waste sled. It's the sort of thing that you use for, like, pulling firewood, for example, for a lumberjack who is cutting kindling and stuff. There's 2 simple long wooden poles that are tied to a rope, like tied around your waist with a rope, and then the sled behind you with a little hook on the top so that it keeps whatever is on it from rolling off the end. And then I'm going to add a simple axle and wheels just made from hollowed out log. And then she will be greasing those with soap.
Okay.
Soba's going to make a minor design change. She's going to take one of her belts, and she's going to tie the rope to that belt, so that if a fight breaks out, she can just unhook her belt, and then she can move.
That was actually a plan with the knotting of the rope.
Okay.
She was just gonna tie the rope so that you pull this bit here and it just comes off.
Okay, well that works too then. Okay, that's good.
Speaking of, I do have, as part of like gadget specialist, I think I can craft at my current level like 2 gadgets per day. So it says here, rather than just use your gadget for various boosts and tweaks, you also craft a few specific temporary consumable gadgets each day. Gain formulas for 3 common or uncommon gadgets, page 66, so I might need a book on that or something to help me know which gadgets I can use.
What is it? Is it the core rule book, or what is it?
I would assume it's core, but I think my character is like an inventor class, which I don't think is... I'm not sure if that's like a baseline class.
Book with me right here. I'm turning to page 66, and we'll see.
So what other preparations will all of you be doing?
Cece is going, like, whole hog on make things.
I like it.
I do not believe Inventor is in the core rulebook. I will check the Advanced Player's Guide.
Thank you.
Just to make sure, but...
Just a sec. Yeah, it says class inventor.
It says the source line at the bottom says GNG.
GMG, alright. So that's the Game Master's Guide, isn't it?
GNG.
Oh, GN. Oh, Guns and Gadgets. Okay, I don't own that book, I'm sorry.
And what page am I supposed to look up here? Let me see if
Try
I can
looking
find
it up on. Try looking it up on Nethys. Nethys might have a link.
Pathfinder gadgets.
So, Jade,
No one's committing any crimes on this stream.
Jade, while he's doing that, what was going on with that pop-up? I just wanted to get it imported just so I have it for later.
Pop-up?
The pop-up when I was trying to import my Hero Forge. What was popping
No idea.
up there?
I haven't the slightest.
I'm gonna just try it again then. Boop.
I hit import and it says you must apply a custom asset bundle URL.
Oh, do I have to send it to you? Oh, that's okay. I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah, you have to do whatever Sprig did.
Oh boy, alright. Yep.
I did it, but I have no memory of what I did.
Oh no.
Well,
That's
you
why I
have to
just
do-
found the guide and sent it back over.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, what
Yeah.
other preparations are being done? If I may ask.
God, I don't really have to do anything. Like literally, I can literally pull my weapons out of the ground if it's rocky enough.
Well, I know one thing that I could possibly have, but I think I'm going to pass on that one because I didn't put it into my character for that particular sheet. I've got my adventurers pack and all that stuff and all of those things. I imagine we probably have like enough like water and supplies to be able to make it to the mountains.
Water and supplies, you would gather at the guildmaster.
Yes,
Which-
I imagine we would also have a collection of winter attire.
I figured out what I have to do. Soba's going to once Soba's not needed, Soba's gonna go into the woods near where Granny Biscuits is and go find medicinal herbs for her natural healer feat.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's actually very interesting.
yeah, and also some pickle brine because that worked last time.
So,
We're just going to have pickles on hand at all times now, aren't we?
Look, it's a disinfectant.
So real quick, I always want to handle these two things, not simultaneously, but I do want to handle these two things. We will, Magus, we're going to want to go to the expeditionary office, which isn't something that you have, as a party, have not actually gone to yet. That you went there when it was closed and haven't actually, checked out. That is likely to be where you're going to want to go. But real quick, I just want to touch on someone going out into the wilderness to grab a few herbs in a area on a continent that is new to them, because that's kind of interesting.
Good luck.
I mean, hey, look, like, at the very least, I'll find cousins. I mean, the first thing the conquistadors found is frigging drugs. Because it was close
the
enough.
conquistadors found
Okay.
was disease, but
No, they brought the disease with them.
the
Look.
disease was with them.
Yeah, they didn't find it; they brought it from home.
If you don't have your own disease, store-bought is fine.
Oh my goodness.
anyway,
But-
it's more of the idea. I think that's less of a concern so much as we just came from a person that we all came to the conclusion that they were a fae, and you want to wander into their forest again, like Little
Yeah, but
Red
here's the
Riding
thing.
Hood. I'm pretty
Soba
sure a
doesn't-
witch is going
Soba's
to eat
not-
you.
Soba's not scared of Granny Biscuits, because Soba's only exposure to Fae is brownies, and brownies are harmless. Or harmless enough.
Okay, thank you. As
So,
long as you know the rules, you're fine.
Yeah.
Are you going with anyone to forage?
She'll announce it to the group, but she's not gonna ask anyone. If anyone wants to go with her, they can, but, like, Soba's the kind of person... Yeah, Soba's the kind of person where it's just kind of like, oh, I can handle this by myself, it's fine.
I think I'm
she's
just gonna go to
very
the
self-assured.
expeditionary office because I want to get the show on the road too.
Yeah, I'm
That's
with
fair. That's
Rodelac.
fair. Then I just want to make one interesting incident. First of all, give me... Let's see here. Give me 3 checks. Different skills, your pick, justify them.
Okay,
Alright.
For Soba.
For me, okay, for Soba. Okay, go for it.
Yep, then we'll get to yours
Okay.
in a sec.
Give me a quick sec to check one of my feats. Hang on. What is my proficiency bonus?
+3 right now, I believe.
Okay. So the easy one, survival. Soba's been around. She's lived in the wild for, like, most of her life.
Okay.
So, she kind of knows what she's looking for. I'm going to use my assurance feat for survival to make that a 13.
Okay.
Yeah,
You've-
so that's... Sorry, go ahead.
You find a couple of herbs that look about right, and you know enough not to, immediately make assumptions. But on a small taste test, they do seem to have the properties that you're looking for. Go ahead and give me another check and justify it. It cannot be the same skill.
Okay. I'm going to use my nature, and
Okay.
I'm going to say that Soba is like, as she's kind of looking at these herbs, she's kind of like double checking like the leaf patterns and the flowers and just generally like what's around to just kind of start identifying like what's related to what. You know, like, because she figures, like, if she looks for relatives of the plants she knows, she's going to find something close enough most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 23.
You do manage to come across what it definitely appears to be an excellent anticoagulant arrowroot, and one of the stalks looks perfect. It looks like it's in the exact prime. It's ready to be cut anyways, and it looks absolutely ideal. However, are you going to cut it?
Yes.
You hear a small tink as metal touches metal.
What the fuck?
What is your third check?
I would just like to remind people that potatoes and tomatoes are related, and they're also related to nightshade.
I mean, yeah. Look, fine. I'm going to use athletics at my big Soba strengths. Instead of cutting it, she's just gonna pull the whole thing. That is a 30. That is a natural 30.
I don't
sorry,
think you can do a natural
30?
30. That's not a thing. You can't do that.
No, I think that counts. I like it.
I have a plus 10. I have a plus
10, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
20
get it,
plus
I get
10.
You managed to pull
Natural
out
30.
an entire bulb of arrowroot out of the ground. From the stem, without the stem breaking, it all appears to be metallic.
Oh, Someone's
others-
gonna bring that back for everyone.
The other arrowroot
Sorry.
around it all are perfectly normal. But this one in particular seems to be visually the same, smells the same, but your knife doesn't scratch it.
Soba's gonna pull like one of the other normal ones, just like as like a comparison, and she's gonna take it back. She's like, "I do not know what this is. Cece is smart. Cece will know," and goes. She just like identified Cece as smart friend.
What does she?
She's not wrong.
I gotta ask. What does she identify Flicker as?
So there is smart friend, talky friend, shifty friend, and explodey friend.
That tracks.
Not wrong. She's not wrong.
Meanwhile, Rodalak's over here with fox taxes.
And I'm trying not to explode. So
We might be having a difference of opinion there then.
Right then, who is all going to the expeditionary office?
I am.
I am.
I guess I might be doing that as well.
Okay. All right. The expeditionary office is a little busy, not terribly so, but there's a handful of people milling about. It looks surprisingly paperwork focused for what you'd expect for,
Oh my god, yeah, she's to do fox taxes.
You thought I was joking.
Oh god, I'm a psychic and I don't have any like Jedi mind trick abilities. What have I done with my life?
Let's see here. After are you just going to queue, or are you gonna like make a bit of a ruckus? There's about 8 different tables that with a bunch of papers on them, and scales and people working them. There's one person at the front of the office who looks who is very clearly in charge.
All right, how many people are in the line right now?
There's 3 people. I'm not actually going to like mechanically make you wait. This is more of a character question of what you guys do.
So,
Alright,
I get into line, and after a couple of seconds, I'm at the front of the line.
Like they just look back to you and they just like move out of the way. I remember the last.
Not so much that. I just like I like I'm there and then I'm at the front of the line and I look back at you guys and I'm like I wave like come on up.
The last line waiting experience I was in a D&D game, it ended up in a fight between 2 mercenary gangs.
we're not going to be doing that.
God.
because
Yeah, we're not doing that today.
You're more competent at getting to the front of a line than most party members.
No, you see, my guys weren't the one that fought. My character got 2 unrelated gangs to fight, so we
Oh
could
my
line. So in a sense, he was
Anyway.
confident.
So, I'm imagining that we wait in a line and people take a look at Cass and me are like, they probably have more pressing matters to take care of than we do.
Take a number.
Well,
sir.
and also I keep flickering in front of them, and like looking back at them like what like that's where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gaslighting them.
Wait,
to the front of
wait,
the
are you
line.
cutting the line by abusing the time stream?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Why? What would you do? Would you not do this?
She abused the power of
I'm sorry, you're just looking. It's like, my good friend, you always were the kind of person that was in the back of the line. It's like, what?
Oh man, I've been in the line since like 3 o'clock this morning. I don't get up.
I don't think
earlier.
that's
Come on.
right. That doesn't sound right. No. I
Yeah,
was here
anyway,
the whole time.
I blink once or
more like
twice,
the
but
middle.
then get into line and pretend like nothing was strange about it and just pat him on the back like we were.
Looking like
we
a
were good
middle of the
friends.
line kind of person.
Cass,
Yes.
the older man, the middle-aged man at the in the shop comes up to you and says, "Hold this. It'll help you out a bit."
I grab
and
it.
hands you a what looks like a hand mirror that has been shattered and then glued back together with every other piece flipped upside down.
Oh,
The
okay.
glue is still wet, and if you had probably hadn't noticed because of the amount of just idle motions going on, he just made this while you were in line.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Rodolak blinks once or twice. Goes, I'm sorry. Is this a common occurrence here?
No, but I've been around for a while. I've seen it before. I'm sorry about your loss.
He
It's
looks over at Cass. He's
fine.
like, what did you lose?
Oh my
I smile and tell him the same thing that you lost.
Shakes his head and just stays in the line. All right, so we get to the front of the line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right. Like, I know it would be very tempting to engage with the gentleman that just gave us like a very important MacGuffin item for stability and stuff. But again, we got things to do.
Yeah, no, this is yeah. He motions you over as well, and
People kind
So-
of dying.
what can I help you out with?
We're planning on making an expedition toward outside of the village, and we wanted to make a report of our itinerary.
We're going to all of the places.
All right, I need to do something a little bit strange. I need to make a wisdom check
Okay.
because, and hear me out on this.
Mhm.
If me, the player, would think this is not a good idea to tell them exactly where we're going because there is a 100% chance the mayor's going to check up on where we've headed.
Yeah.
However, Rodolak has 0 wisdom, so I need to check to see if he's smart.
I like this plan.
Well, what? Why?
How smart is Talkie friend?
Well, how clever is smart talkie friend?
How wise. How cautious.
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
Excellent. That's what we
That
want
do
to
be
see.
a 3 though.
So he slaps the map on the table and then pulls out his backup pen and takes a very brief moment to mourn that he doesn't have his favorite pen with him, and then starts to trace along the map. It's like, first we're going to be making our way up towards the mountains to investigate the disappearances, as he is skimping zero details on the plans that they're making.
That pen kind of sucks.
No.
The man leans forward and puts both elbows on the table, and sort of in the moment looks sort of like a war general studying a map. Mm-hmm. And he is following along intently.
Here, I'm gonna go over to the map section of the map.
Mm-hmm.
What's this little? Is top hat us or the pawn?
Yeah, I see that as a reference for where party is currently, but we can use that for however you want right now.
Let me open up my pen tool here. All right, here we go. It's like, first we're going to be making our way up towards the... Oh, it doesn't actually draw. What the heck?
I noticed that earlier, but I was gonna make a note of the path that was there, and yep, I noticed that. I don't know.
I bet we're drawing like a huge number of lines just like right underneath the map.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Just
check.
Just tabletop sim things, you know.
Yeah, it looks like the grass is.
Oh God!
It's a 3D object.
Oh God.
What have you done?
Everything.
I
broke
fixed
everything.
I unlocked it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Everything has been ruined. Oh God. Oh fuck.
Anyway, so I'm gonna have my mouse over here doing the thing. I can't do the ruler or anything like that, so I'm just gonna be... First, we're going to be making our way up... I can't even ping. Is it shift
tab.
ping?
It's tab.
Tab, okay. Making our way up towards the mountains to investigate the disappearances up in that region. Then we will be investigating we'll be making our way down the mountains to the towards the tree for the Grippoli, and then we'll be taking a river skiff down south of the river to investigate the deadly swamps, and then making our way back here to report of our findings, since it would be a good perimeter search of sorts.
That's
Says very cheerfully, as if he's about to go.
So yeah,
on a
we
nice
need
tour.
a little bit of everything.
I can see that. Well, here's the thing.
Had the... Sorry.
Yeah.
How deep in the mountains are you headed?
It depends on where the people are. The other team.
All right. Okay.
Anywhere between cursory hike to Mines of Moria.
Yeah, Mines of Moria is what I'm worried about.
Wait, the Mines of Moria exists here?
No,
everybody knows about the Mines of Moria. They exist here. That's the thing.
I assume that you're making a world equivalent colloquialism.
Do you mean the Mines of Monia?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
From the fiction series Lord of the Strings.
I like the idea that they're called that because it sounds like a stupid pun and everybody moans when they hear it.
One string to rule them all, and in the darkness sow them.
Oh, I was going the other way. Here I thought it was like friggin' like it's just a string instrument. Like the humans were given like guitars, the doors were given violins. Yeah.
That's the plot for Trolls World Tour, though.
What? No! Fuck off!
Okay.
Fuck off! It is not.
How dare you know that shit?
Magus,
Magus,
say psych right now.
What you haven't seen the world.
They were cursed with this knowledge.
I think the only way you're gonna find out is if you watch the movie.
Absolutely not. No, I will never find out. How dare you?
Oh my God, no.
I will confess the movie's not as bad. That movie was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
I actually did hear that.
I mean, it would be difficult for it not to be.
Fair though. Anyways.
For the expedition, I imagine that Rodelac is treating this more like reporting where we're going to be going in the off chance that we need to disappear, or that we disappear, or in the chance that we need certain supplies and going in certain areas. That they can inform us about certain obstacles that we've dealt with before.
All right, so let me lay some stuff out for you. We haven't mapped out a whole lot of the northern forest. There's a lot of stuff in there, and The Gripply rarely travel this far out east. It was more... I was on the first expedition here, on the first boat, actually. And, well, it was kind of a luck/fate that they had fishing ships out in this area. So even the Gripply don't have a whole lot of good tell on what's up there. But the mountains I'm worried about. No, there's enough dragon sign up that I've seen that I feel like there's something up there, but no one's ever seen one, and it seems completely unreasonable for it not to have shown its head by now. Even a slumbering would have had some sort of indication. So take that with a grain of salt. Other people here don't believe me, but that's what I'm telling you. That's it.
Dragons like me, or dragons that eat people.
The bad kind.
That
No.
still doesn't clear it up.
That
still
does
doesn't
not,
clear it
that
up.
does not clear it up at all.
The big kind. How about that?
It could be worse. It could be a vampire dragon.
That leg's
That's
gonna be
not a
the
Zombie
real thing.
vampire dragon.
Those are amazing.
Now, what I will tell you is the closer you get to the Gripply lands, the safer you're gonna be. They've got good hunting parties, and they tend to their forests pretty well. I don't have a lot of information about that river. Like, it's on the stone, but I don't even know who recorded it, because no one is, to my knowledge, has made it out there.
Have they measured depth at all? Or have the Gripply been able to measure depth, considering that I imagine it might be their spawning pool or something?
Oh, the river? You mean,
That's an interesting assumption
Yes.
to make.
they're real...
Just
I'll be honest with you,
assuming.
they're really tight-lipped about it.
Yes, they would probably be a little bit self-conscious about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder what they call. I wonder what they would call their nurseries. Tadpolery, as he says
Hatchery?
to Cass.
Hatchery?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I bet if you ask them, they'd tell you, because they do seem like they just like telling people about their stuff, because they're just nice guys.
But like, you wouldn't tell someone's like, oh yeah, this is where I squeeze out like 100 eggs every few months. Like, you know, like.
I mean, you wouldn't, but I would.
Oh my god.
If you have a strange enough anatomy, you'd be like, "Have you seen the things that our kind do? It's great. It's crazy."
Laying eggs right now.
I'm sorry about this. It's warm
We
because
make
it came
a
from
party
my
about
body.
it.
Every fifth egg is technically an incendiary explosive in case some bird comes along and decides to try and feed off our young.
Hey, they don't get cuckoos. There's no
Evolution is-
cuckoos over there. No cuckoos.
Evolution is drunk at the wheel.
Oh boy. My
Sorry, you're
head.
just making me think of a Scottish frog that's weaponized his breeding cycle.
Oh god.
I love it, though. That's
Oh
actually
my God.
amazing.
We run into
almost-
like we run into a Gripply lady, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm with child." She turns around. There's just like eggs, just like in her pores. Just you can just see them wiggling.
Oh,
yeah.
God, no. She's a Suriname toad.
Anyway,
I almost-
back to what we were doing.
I
So,
almost spit through my nose.
is there anything that I
That's not
need?
fun.
Is there anything I need to roll for this expedition thing, or do we have it all written out for them, all good to go?
I don't think there's any rules, but he's gonna keep on talking.
All right, keep going.
I'd recommend that once you get to the Gripply lands, you come back here first. Check in at the stone. I'm gonna want to see your paths. I'm gonna want to see the map of that area, because
All right.
the swamps are kind of dangerous. I mean, swamps are always dangerous, right? Every adventurer hates a swamp. This one is, well, honestly, just a pretty normal swamp.
You're
If that
assuming
much.
that we're going to die when we get to the swamps.
All right, I'm going to do a skill check to read if he is trying to do if he's doing the same thing the mayor is doing, of like you don't want to go to that region because of reasons.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
lost. I
It's
lost.
like he's like, oh, the swamps are dangerous. I'm like, we're going to like every region is dangerous that you've told us so far.
True.
So what am I doing? A perception check?
Yep. Unless you want to justify
All
a
right,
different one.
and with
I love-
my new skill number.
Haha.
Yo?
Oh, that is a 26.
Nice.
Good start. Good start today.
Hmm.
And
Magus
you
is
out here
rolling
breaking
well,
the
or-
curse.
Is is something going wrong? Is something
Yeah,
wrong?
it's gonna happen to us. I've seen this 11 times. As a matter of fact.
I can't wait for combat to start, and it's just like all nat ones.
Are we all gonna die in 7 days?
Can't
So-
wait. Can't wait.
So-
Anyway,
Your read on him, you glance up and you look at his body posture and how he's talking, and you're pretty sure that for a few moments here, he forgot he was a quartermaster. He's talking to you as an adventurer to adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to you as someone who has gone on several adventures, and well, given their age and their attitude, you absolutely believe it. You know, it's not unreasonable at all to believe that this man was or possibly on occasion still is an adventurer. So
Well,
you do not
literally, my
sense
man.
any subterfuge.
all right then. Okay. I guess that's it then. Was there anything else that we needed to know before we had headed out? I'll be sure to report to you once we've gotten a little bit more of a lay of the land, as it were. Opportunity to flex my cartography skills. Mm-hmm.
There's some interesting, regional variants, I guess would be the scientific word for it for you, kind of you like you. But there are some interesting types of critters in this area. Take what you know, and just keep it with a grain of salt and be ready to adapt. Every once in a while you'll find something that'll surprise you. Like,
All right. As part of this information, something that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding to my inventory a tome about dragons.
okay.
I'm bringing the Draconomicon with me.
Yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking out in the south at one point, and someone was saying that they found a swamp griffin, is how they described it. It was a griffin, but all of its all of its body above its wings were just coated in the swamp muck and dirt, and apparently had grown much hardier than normal. Sort of like
So
a
it's
kelpie is compared to a horse, you know.
He blinks once or twice and says, "So it's a griffin that hasn't taken a bath?"
It's a griffin that grew up in a place where it never had to. There's some creatures here that are hardier than you'd expect. That's all. So use what you know, but be ready to adapt, is what I'm saying.
What I took from that description was ghillie suit griffin.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
All right.
There's also some shadows in the forest area that have been giving adventurers some trouble.
Sentient
And-
shadows?
Huh? What was that?
Like sentient shadows, or just like strange things lurking in the woods?
Last
I'm
person that
asking-
came in here described it as a displacer beast with a crossbow. Do with that as you will, because I don't know what he bloody well meant by it, but that's the story that they gave.
Jesus.
Now my chat has given me another crafting idea.
Nice.
Gotta make a griffy suit.
I mean, I can make us a chameleon suit.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Honestly, there's a disappointingly not enough variety of gadgets as much as I would have hoped for.
Well, you've been with me long enough as your GM to know that if you can think of something cool, I'm probably going to let you have it. You know, if you can justify, if it's cool and you can justify it in world, it's yours, right?
Make an
Okay,
interesting
fair
thing.
enough.
Just make an interesting thing.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and. I think that's everything for this section, right?
All right. We'll have a pack out in the. 1 sec. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We'll have a pack for you just outside in about an hour, so you can pick it up whenever you're ready.
One last thing before I forget. Do you happen to have any hirelings that have a little bit of experience heading towards the north region, like a trail guide of sorts, or is it still there are no hirelings for such a thing?
I'll ask around on your behalf.
Pathfinder, if you will.
A pathfinder?
No.
That doesn't sound like a real thing. You made that up. That's fake.
You asking about that? Like if Soba was there, she would be offended. Mountain is mountain. She was born on the mountains, and by God, she'll die in the mountains.
Okay, but we gotta get to the mountains first, Soba.
Fair enough.
Life has many doors.
Life has many doors, Ed
girl.
boy.
Goliath hero.
Actually, Gigi, you want to take these? You want to take these folks north? Oh, how far north? Well, they're going all the way to the mountains. Oh, I can't go to the mountains, but I can take you a little bit to their foothills. Well,
We'll
there
take
you
you as
go.
far as you want to go, and we'll protect you the whole way.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Gigi's good. I'll trust her.
All right. Okay, so that's everything we need. So let's make our way towards the north. Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
All right. We are now heading towards the north.
You're now
Oh,
heading
I love
towards
the north.
Now,
Soba had a thing that she
Unless-
wanted to do still with the plants.
true.
Yeah, Soba,
yeah.
Soba wanted to show the funny plant to Cece.
Cece,
She doesn't
yeah.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I imagine Cece's finishing up that sled and Soba returns. She's got like a pouch like full of like medicinal herbs, and then she's just holding 2 herbs in like her hand, and she's like, "Little one, look at this!" And she just kind of like clangs the metal one like against like the side of the building, and you just hear like the metal pipe falling sound. Clang.
That's
Guys, look, it's-
unusual. I can tell you that right off.
I do not understand. What would do this? And she just kind of like hands like the control plant and the metal plant over.
Cece, roll me crafting.
Sure. Ten plus 12, so 22.
Nice. Mithril, and not a bad grade either.
Oh,
What?
So perhaps we should stow this before we leave, just in case.
Do you tell Soba it's Mithril?
Yeah, so do you mind if we go inside just for a moment before, like, you know, we need to put some things away, obviously,
So-
before we leave.
Soba nods,
she's
not
just,
understanding.
Like, pulling
She's
at
like,
her
yes,
wrist, like, very insistent.
yes, inside.
And the moment that the door is closed and they're both inside, she turns around and, this whole thing is mithril.
No fucking way.
No way. Let me look at that. Like, he like,
You at the expedition office?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here too. I've been here the whole
We're
time.
at the Adventurers Lodge.
Oh,
The house.
Yeah.
oh wait, I thought we all, wait, did we all go there?
No,
To the event?
this is while you
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't. The scenes
Time
where I
is
didn't-
convoluted in the new world.
Time is a thing.
Tabletop RPGs in general, time is convoluted.
Yeah.
True enough.
Yeah.
It's
I
Mithril?
don't know why, like, clearly it's organic, but also definitely not. I think she's going to try to get a feel for this with her sensibility for the arcane and use her arcana.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to say.
19 plus 10, so 29.
29. Oh my goodness.
I was about to ask if I could help, but yeah, no, you don't need it.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
Cece makes things.
What is it? What are you asking though? Give me clarify what you're asking. Looking for.
She is trying to figure out if this was like magically transformed in some way, or if this is just like the natural form of this plant for some reason.
Okay. How to describe this? I'm just thinking for a second because that's an amazing roll. You can feel with the Arcana. Sometimes you can feel a little bit of other signatures, right? If you're looking for magic, you can still feel a little bit of, residue or feelings of other things. This plant is still alive. I mean, it's pulled up, it's uprooted now, and it won't last forever. But it is still growing. Now, arrowroot doesn't grow with this. It's probably reached the end of its growth cycle as arrowroot, as it and what you have is scarcely a quarter of an ingot's worth. But yes, it appears to have grown like this, as best as you can tell at this time.
Do you tell Soba that?
Yeah, she'll pass that on, I think, and at the same time is checking if it has seeds still in the plant.
Yeah, while she's doing that, Soba is going to immediately rush to a shed or something and just come back with a plant pot, some topsoil, and just basically hold it out to put the plant in, because Soba knows what mithril is. Growing up in the mountains, occasionally her clan would find a cave with it in it, but it was that's enough to keep their clan going forever. If it naturally grows, then shit, Soba's gonna be oh shit. we could grow mithril?
Maybe, but it would be something we need to experiment with.
Soba would very much like a new sword made of mithril. Would need many plants, though.
I think that the best way to keep this safe would not be to hide it away in a pot indoors. I think it's a hide a tree for the forest kind of situation. If we can grow it, we should grow several of them outdoors, along with some regular arrowroot, just to see if it will grow into the mithril one again, or if they just become regular arrowroots.
Soba offers to take her to where she found it. She's an outdoors woman. She could probably find her way back to that exact copse pretty easily.
Were any of the others around it the same, or just this one?
She shakes her head. She's like, no, but this one was the most grown. The other ones are a little younger, and she holds out the control one, which is a little more shrimpy.
Soba.
Yeah,
Nature.
Did I misunderstand?
Nature check.
Okay. Sorry, I was just repeating what you said to me when we found it.
No. Yeah,
so
you're exactly correct. I just want to offer a clarification.
Okay, so that is 15.
Okay. It takes several months for arrowroot to grow.
Okay. And so
That's
we'll
all.
pass that on to Cece. Yeah, she's like, it takes several months, and she kind of holds out the kind of shrimpy one. She's like, this one's still fairly young. Rest roundabout same. That one was only fully grown. Soba could show you where it is.
I could certainly see if maybe there's some sort of magical influence there.
She'll just head out the door towards the cops. She's just gonna go out of her way, move behind the buildings, avoid the main path, and just head into the woods I'm assuming this is a copse that's fairly deep in. Otherwise, if mithril was just growing out of the ground, people would have found it by now. If it was somewhere where people could easily stumble across it.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, though, one of the main uses for arrowroot, other than decoratively, is like for making flour. But this town is already growing wheat,
Right.
Yeah.
And,
so they wouldn't really want arrowroot.
Yeah.
but it is
That's
also
fair.
can be used as an anticoagulant, which is why you were looking for it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Natural
medicinal.
medicine. Yeah.
most people wouldn't recognize arrowroot.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And yeah, she just kind of leads you like not super deep into the woods, but like deep enough you can't quite see the road, and just brings you to that copse where like there's just the sprawl of arrowroot.
Mhm.
This
Very
is where I
anti-inflammatory.
found it.
And it looks like a perfectly normal area. You see nothing particularly out of the ordinary here, other than that a couple, of them have been pulled up, and there's a few other that look a bit too young to have been pulled up, which Soba would have left, most likely.
Yeah, Soba only grabbed the ones that were old enough to be kind of like turned into
Harvested.
medicine. Yeah.
And I think Cece will like grab a stick that's nearby and poke at the bottom of the hole that the big one was in,
Mm-hmm.
just to see if it hits anything hard or if it just hits normal dirt.
Normal dirt and really nothing of note. And for what it's worth, but I'll let you keep your Arcana roll from before since it was ridiculously high. No other real magical feelings in the soil of note. Now, there are some magic traces in the soil, but there always is, right? There's a lot of life in the soil, and life begets magic. And this area has a lot of untamed life, which tends to beget a bit more, but nothing that would possibly create a situation like this.
Yeah.
New World arrowroot just fucking built Divvy.
Just built different, eh?
I think she'll try. Nature isn't one of her specialties, but she'll try a nature check too.
Okay.
Can Soba like try and help, like just kind of like rubber ducky? Because Soba's pretty good at nature.
So, to answer that question, explain what you're checking, other than just rolling nature, and then Soba can offer insight upon that.
In particular, I think what she's probably checking for is like mycelium or anything in the soil that is not typical of the soil. So like, for example, some sort of slime might have some ability to digest materials into other materials.
Okay.
Yeah, and Soba will like assist with the search. Like she's a pretty daft hand with nature stuff, so like she can just keep an eye out for anything that doesn't look quite right.
So that's only a 17.
Soba, fucking Jesus. That is with. Hang on, I have a plus. Oh god. That's a plus of 15 for me. Yeah. Well.
So, 15 total or plus 15? Because
no, sorry. Yeah, no, it's a 15 because I got plus 8 on
Okay.
nature.
I'm going to show my hand and say that it is a success, and you do not find anything of note, nor are you going to find anything of note in that thought path. Just to make sure that just so that we don't dwell on it infinitely,
Soba's going to offer to take the mithril plant from Cece and then just kind of like replant it, and she'll say, maybe arrowroot just grows like this here. If we are going to be here for a long time, we just maybe swing back around every couple of months, and she's gonna look for like the second oldest plant that she can see, and just kind of like eyeball like how long it'll take to grow.
honestly, the oldest plant you can see is actually even older and wilted. Just not, you know, very, very appropriate. And, yeah.
Hmm.
I think
No?
let's just keep this mithril and like process it for what we need when we
Yeah.
come back. But
Yeah.
we'll try to replant the seeds for it and see if we can reproduce the result.
Agreed. Well, hang on. I don't know what arrowroot looks like. Can we not like just take the seeds off of it now and then plant them, or is it more of a? I don't know. Like, are we talking about like an onion? Like, what are we?
It's
I don't really know
it's more
what
like a
we-
radish, in size and in shape.
Yeah, it's a big tuber looking thing.
Do radishes have like seeds, or I'm gonna be honest. I don't know jack shit about plants.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know
you
how
can
they-
plant any part of a radish and it would make more radishes.
Here, I'm posting a picture of it in. Thank you. I'll grab it for the stream as well.
Yeah, I just posted like it's basically a bulb for a flower.
Mhm.
Okay. So
That
I
arrowroot
imagine.
looks a lot. That arrowroot looks like it's bread, essentially.
So
Kind of, right?
does
You can
the
actually make it into flour and make bread from it.
so I'm assuming the little holes on the plant are the seed parts, right? Like a potato. Was that a yeah I heard, or?
It's a flower, so it actually grows from seed.
Oh, so like is there a flower on top of it?
Yeah, I posted it in the Discord. The plant and the
Oh,
root.
oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So Soba's gonna like just
Mm.
like grab like the flower part, and she's gonna just kind of like see if she can pry some seeds out of the flower. I don't know if the flower is also mithril, but
One sec here.
I always just assume potatoes just kind of exist. They just
Yep.
kind of spawn.
The seeds are, in fact, little mithril beads.
can Soba pry them off of the flower, or?
Sure. I mean, it's not easy because you have to, you know, scrape some mithril, which is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah,
No.
you have a couple of arrowroot seeds.
Soba's going to like take the seeds. She's gonna hand the finished plant to Cece because she trusts Cece to do what needs to be done with it, and she's gonna just like using her thumb just dig big furrows in the dirt and just plant the seeds at like the right thing, and then just like using her water skin, just like each one, just like little bit. Like she's like this massive 9-foot tall woman, and she's got the care and grace of a grandma looking over her garden.
Okay. Anyways, you have done this.
Yeah,
You have
maybe
found
we'll
an
get
item.
more later.
It is done.
We
All right.
come back from the mountain, and massive like mithril ants are just tearing apart the fucking.
By this point, I believe that Rodolak and Kass and yeah, you were there too, right, GD?
Yeah, I was at the expeditionary office. Yeah.
Yep. Rodolak, Kass, and Flicker will have probably returned with packs of packed supplies from the quartermaster. Presuming that you're returning to the adventurers hall, I don't know. You just probably would have discussed that, I assume.
We can reconvene. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be something to investigate later on, considering it's going to take months for us to really be able to do a lot of plant husbandry.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is
Cross-pollination.
literally Soba's like specialty. So like,
Oh no,
this
I
is
get
this
it.
is
This is a very long investigation
Yeah.
that's ahead of us.
Yeah.
on that one.
like we're gonna be like up in the mountains for like God knows how long. So like,
Yeah, something to make sure that we take a note of.
All right, so here's the deal. We've got good news and we've got even greater news.
whoa.
The good news is that we've got all of the paperwork and everything squared away for our expedition up into the mountains. The greater news is that there has been rumors and evidence of a possible dragon flying around in that region.
Toba's eyes
Meaning we
just
can
light
do a
up.
little meaning we can do a little bit of investigation trying to learn more about dragon life and all that stuff, if we happen to run across it.
We're gonna kill the dragon, though, right?
So it just brings her fist down on the table. It's like, I will wear its head as a hat.
So we
Yeah,
don't know
we're
if
gonna.
there's-
We'll kill the dragon. All right.
Like she's doing like little
We're on
like
the same
autistic
page. We're
hand
good.
stims because she's so excited.
Rodelax takes a very like
Clapping.
takes a very small inhale as he puts his hands together and he goes, "Well, there might be some things that might complicate that. For one, the dragon might have the deed to those mountains, and we might have to negotiate something. And the other might be that the dragon might be so large that it's not so much as you'd be wearing a hat, so much as you'd be living in a house. It really depends.
House.
Flicker, did you have a
Like
response
you
to that?
like literally as you're talking, you're just making her more excited.
I don't think he's aware that he's been making it worse.
In very different news, that is also good, I have purchased a great deal of sailcloth.
That is a lot of sailcloth. What are you going
That's-
to be doing with it?
Very nice.
Something that should make our journey a little bit quicker.
Flicker's only response, well, initially, Flicker does like the rub against the back of the neck thing, as she said, wear the dragon's head for a hat. But secondly, immediately like, well, if the dragon is dangerous, as it's only a nightly duty to get rid of it, rid of the thing. As weird as that is, from my perspective.
So
Hello.
Soba just like looks to you and is just like, oh no, you are good. You are good. You are a friend. You are also very small. If you were like 6 times bigger, maybe, but no, you are small.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. This is, I believe, Gigi, and they will be our guide for our way to the base of the mountain.
Yes.
Question. Seeing as that we're going to be getting to the base of the mountain and we're not going to be able to escort you back to the village when we're done, are you going to be wanting to camp at the base of the mountain for a little while, or do you want to just have like a secure path back?
I can wait for you for a day. Otherwise, I'll just head over to the Great Tree. That'll be safer than coming back through those woods again, I think.
That sounds like a plan. All right then.
Yes.
Everyone.
It does. I think for our plans, it will be better not to bother waiting for us. And I think this is where she'll loop Flicker in on her plans and is going to present a half-completed sketch of the blueprint for essentially just a giant hang glider.
Yeah, paraglider.
Actually, I was going to suggest that my only immediate thought for like a temporary, one-day use item that I can make every day, considering we're going to the mountains, is like essentially a pair of ramshackled together wings. That
Switch
would
just made a
main purpose-
multi-person paraglider though. Like we're just gonna like strap Zonai devices to shit.
It's basically
yeah, but
just
this is more
we'll
like
have this is more of just like the second leg of our journey from the mountains to the Great Tree. It should be a lot faster and safer if we just fly over the forest.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree, but this is like a emergency parachute just in case.
Brodelac looks over and kind of strokes his chin. He says, "Okay, not to rain on your parade or anything, but how long would it take to build this thing?"
Well, it's mostly just greenling poles, so it should take a couple of hours. At least as long as we have all of the sailcloth stitched before then. And if it's taking us 2 days to travel there, then we'll have a couple of hours when we're camping at least to cut and stitch.
I'm an excellent stitcher. I had to stitch back together so many of the knight's clothing.
Can I make an observation check to see if that... not that I don't believe CC, but more of just that's a little hard to believe.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna make an observation check to see like if that would make sense of that kind of timetable, because I feel like again to build an airship, as it were, that we can actually pilot and get over there might take time.
It's just a hang glider.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's
with the
much
hang glider
simpler.
to come back, yeah, but we need a height to do
No,
that.
that's the point. Is we're walking to the mountains. We're making the hang glider on the way, and then taking the hang glider to the great tree from the mountains.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Because we're just already gonna be up there. We can just use gravity to get back down.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense to build the thing like when we get up there instead of like carrying it with me? Because as
Well, it's
Jade had
we're not-
mentioned, volume
we're
will be a
not-
concern.
We're not
Well,
making the
it's
whole thing right now. We're just making the cloth on the way.
Oh, okay.
And then once we're there, we're going to use greenwood, which is like saplings, basically. So you're just gonna make take some saplings, lash those together. It takes like a couple of hours to make a frame. Stretch the canvas across the frame, stitch it around the frame. Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll track.
Jump good.
Mhm.
Like, the only downside would be if the wind is against us, which then it'd be a bit of an issue.
But that's why it's a hang glider.
Hmm.
Hang glider doesn't really worry that much about the wind comparatively to, say, a hot air
true.
balloon.
Okay.
It just goes in a direction.
Because it's
goes
just a wing.
lower
It just
back.
catches wind under the wings to keep you from falling straight down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just propels you forward into a tree. Anyways.
Yep.
So, when are we leaving?
Right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
immediately.
We go.
Yep, okay, that's fine. Bye, Gep. Bye,
Alright.
sis.
Damn it, Magus, you beat me to
Adventure
it.
awaits.
The
What?
Fwendwingler.
I figured it would be appropriate.
I've never heard of this before, but I love it.
Wing Wingler.
Fwendwingler.
We're calling the hang glider the Fwendwingler.
The
Oh.
Fwendwingler.
Fantastic.
It
It
wingles
puts a smile on your
friends.
face anytime you try saying it. Go on. Try frowning and saying Fwendwingler.
Fwendwingler.
Oh no.
Amazing.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
Adventure.
I apologize. I am borrowing the principle from Gnomish design. I need to at least pay respect to the inventor of the wing. So we need to pay our respects and call it the Fwendwingler.
I agree.
Hard
All,
agree.
the design goes all the way back to Professor Fwendwingle.
Yes.
Alright, so we are now making our way to the north.
To the
I wish I
north.
had travel music.
Oh, shit, table. No.
Who's got the
what's happening?
music for oh god.
Oh,
no.
what the fuck?
Did somebody control D? Who controlled D?
Oh, thank goodness for once it wasn't me.
What happened?
I think all the
Somebody did
size
a thing?
categories got reset when it got like
The hell just happened?
Whenever
Hey.
you control D, that can happen.
What?
That
We
was
good?
Yeah,
horrifying. I'm
don't-
scared.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
No.
That was horrifying. No one do that again.
Yeah, I think that was just. I think that is what it was. Though it just reset all of the sizes to default.
Alright, I am providing music in the chat room, and you are free to play a little bit of it to get like the mentality of as we're going, as Rodelac marches into very clear and obvious dangers of the unknown.
When you say in the chat room,
I'm putting it in the New World D&D.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Of course. Of course. Cue to the Indiana Jones style map movement. Except instead of black or red, it's yellow.
So,
Oh God.
about... So it's about going to be the greater part of a... Yeah, it's going to be the greater part of a day before to get to the top. Will you be traveling through the evening? Is my question. Or do you intend to travel through the evening?
No, I do not intend to travel through the evening.
Okay, then we'll need to set camp around here-ish. Is that going to be okay?
Don't we all have dark vision?
Yes, but that's not the point.
No.
The point is that
No.
traveling in the dark, even with like low light and dark vision, is miserable, and it's also cold. And we also need plenty of rest.
Something that might not be thought about very much, but we're living in a relatively tropical region right now, and a great deal of poisonous things are brightly colorful to warn us that they're poisonous.
Oh, and dark vision's
But
black and white only, right?
Yeah, dark vision only sees black and white in the dark, so I think we would rather not accidentally touch a frog and collapse dead.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough.
I think we can avoid touching a frog for a while.
I wish to poop it upon its noggin.
But can you tell which of the flowers is going to kill you, or at least give you a great deal of stomach distress if you brush against it?
Alright,
I mean,
alright.
You don't want to get. Yeah, to be fair, you don't want to get itchy scales. Itchy scales?
No, itchy
You've made
scales.
a
That's a
valid
bad
point.
time.
Not a great time.
Mm-mm.
The trip north
Let's
is...
just hope that the Gimpy Gimpy isn't native to this region.
No, not the
What?
gimpy gimpy.
The what?
I have
Oh,
no
it's the
list.
suicide
Plant in
tree.
the world. Yes.
The what?
Okay,
the suicide
so it is.
bush.
Yes, it's a tree or bush, I forget which, that has little spines that are just hypodermic needles. And the only defense mechanism it has is if you brush against it, the needles go into your skin just deep enough to touch the muscle layer, and then create a vacuum that sucks in air and causes so much pain, and the needles are borderline impossible to find, and it makes you want to kill yourself, and that's because that's the only way out.
And this is like such a severe pain that like even non-human animals like a horse, for example, brushed against it and smashed its head until it died.
Like, this thing
It
makes
is
your
like
life
the
What?
so
most
miserable.
hardcore evil plant in the world. It's in
Yeah.
Australia because of
Nature.
course it
What?
is.
Of course, it's in Australia. Of course,
It's in Australia, yeah.
Australia.
Why does this
The-
exist?
Because
Nature.
Australia hates you.
Australia hates everything that is alive.
Yeah.
Why is it specifically always that part of the world? It's like Africa feels like it should be sharing some of these, but no, it's almost.
No, Africa
exclusively-
is like the world gen server, alright? Africa should have the least creative animals. That's where everything started.
Why should-
Yeah, if you think about it, because in Australia you've got the blue-ringed octopus, which is one of the most
Yeah.
venomous things in the world. You've got the box jellyfish, which is one of the most
Yep.
venomous things in the world. You've got the gimpy gimpy, which is the most painful thing to touch in the world.
You've got the platypus,
Wow.
which is the most poisonous mammal in the world, which is insane.
Yep. You've got some of the most poisonous, or most venomous snakes in the world.
Or venomous, sorry.
You've got the rockfish,
Mm-hmm.
which is just also one of the most venomous things in the world.
The rockfish almost killed Nigel Thornberry. That's how rough it is.
Yeah, like, you can't even see them. It's just, you step on a rock in the water and oops, you're dead.
Yeah, yeah, like the rockfish is such a problem. They did an episode of the Wild Thornberries about how rough it is.
Don't blue ring octopi live in the waters around?
The barrier
Yes.
reef, yeah.
Yeah.
Great Barrier Reef.
You
I just
have
want-
there is a worm in Australia that can burrow into your skin and just kill you or something. I don't remember what it's called, but It just
I think
gets
that's
into your
fine.
skin. It just gets into your skin and just seeps venom into your bloodstream and slowly kills you. That's all it does.
Why does...
How the
But
fuck do
let's not
people,
forget that they
Anyways.
also have spider season.
Oh yeah, no, like and like
Anyways,
spiders on a scale you haven't imagined.
I have a very vivid imagination. Anyways, okay. Well, I'm not sure how to respond to all of this.
Open your monster
Australia-
manual and start penciling them in.
Right? Monster Manual has nothing on reality. So, the travel to the north for is
Good.
mostly calm and relaxing. There is a lot of beautiful foliage, and unfortunately, it gets a bit too thick to the point where GG has to pull out a small machete and start cutting down a couple plants to carve a path through them, but there's not a lot of trails as it were, but you can manage to find a wildlife trail here and there that manage to lead you in roughly the direction that you're headed. Tell me about how you guys feel about this, and completely unrelated, give me a couple of... Take a skill and tell me how you use that to pay attention to the world around you. I'm not going to make you be perception, because frankly I feel like perception is wildly overutilized in this system. But use a skill that you feel, that you feel is going to be the skill that is how you take in your surroundings. Let's just go down Discord. We can just go down Discord order, starting with GD. You good?
Okay,
Flicker.
okay,
I
good.
choked on my spit, sorry.
Yeah.
Understood.
Classic blunder.
Mm.
Let's see here. I feel like it would either be the basic nature thing, but also potentially crafting, looking at all this stuff and how it can be reutilized into something more useful, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and toss a roll down.
See here. Uh, 14 plus 12, 16, then plus 10, 26.
26. Very nice. I'm gonna give results at the end of this thing.
Mhm.
Sprig. How do you feel about the trip up here, and what skill would you like to use to take in your surroundings?
I feel like honestly, traveling in jungle or like dense forest is not very conducive to a wheelchair.
True.
I feel like a good deal of her time is spent focused on the engineering of her own chair.
That makes
And
sense.
like making adjustments where she can as she's going, and like teaching her spiders how to help manage the foliage ahead of us.
Mhm.
So I don't know if this is offensive or not, but Soba would offer to carry her over the worst of it, chair and all.
I can manage, but I appreciate the offer.
All right.
And that is a 17.
Jesus, on a 5?
Yes.
Oh my god!
All right.
Cece makes sense.
CC's smart.
CC has the skills that make the bills. Okay.
To be fair, if that was a strength-based check, I'd probably be doing the same. So that's fair.
So you, the modifications that you made to your wheelchair a long time ago to allow you to climb stairs, those modifications are extraordinarily handy and need constant tweaking. Soba!
So Soba's gonna so it's 2 checks, or?
Just one check in the description. I mean, okay, this is the description and the character moments are as important to me as the dice rolls are, more so, right?
Okay, so Soba is going to use her assurance because I don't trust my dice. So that is so it's actually a 16. My proficiency with survival is 16, not not plus 16, but like overall. So that's a 16 by default. And Soba's going to just kind of like, as she's kind of walking, she's kind of like she's got like the belt thing around, and like her other hand is just kind of like resting like she's got her sword kind of like slung over her shoulder, and she's just holding the handle, and she's just kind of scanning the environment for like anything that's like dangerous, like any wild animals, any plants that like maybe look a little carnivorous, like stuff like that.
Okay. You do manage
16.
to see a. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. You're fine. Yeah. You were keeping a keen eye out on the wilderness. Rodalak.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting my investigation for a new lead, or to pursue a lead, which is going to be the disappearance of A-Team. And I believe that the potential rumors of a dragon might be attached to this happenstance. I am also going to be able to trigger a new feat of mine that I've got now that I'm at level 3 called Thorough Search, where if I spend twice as much time checking my surroundings and stuff, I get a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay.
Mostly it's to perception, but I think the DM will allow me to lean this into my Arcana check, as I'm going to be using my Arcana to try and check, with referencing to my Draconomicon, potential signs of dragon leavings and evidence of draconic presence on the way through the forest, as well as evidence of some of the materials or trail that might have been made by the A-Team that was probably reported to the office, to the adventuring office before they had left.
Now that. Okay. Well.
Are you cool with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, technically, because this is an investigation with pursuing a lead, and with my thorough search, which means I'm spending twice as much time looking into this, I get a +3 circumstance bonus.
Nice.
And are you okay with me using my Arcana?
Yes. You're using your Arcana as a not as a, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, as an exploratory skill, as a type of perception in the sense.
Yes.
So, yes.
Here we go. That is a 10, and with all of the bonuses that I had gotten, that is a 22.
Nice.
Let's go.
And lastly, Cass.
I am watching constantly for occult arcane threats. I'm like not paying any attention to the actual forest around me, just looking for weird stuff out there.
Okay.
What is that tab? There it is. Okay. What did I roll? That didn't come up. There we go. That is a 12.
Well, going through all of this, I will say that the jungle is remarkably not terribly magical. There's a good amount of passive magic, which is just sort of the magic of the land and the end of the world, but there's nothing like guided, I guess is the word I would say. And the interesting thing about the Draconomicon, one of the things it does note is that in areas where there is a dragon, most other predators will flee. This causes there to be less of a food supply shortage in these areas, as there's only one or two apex predators in the region, as opposed to a normal several predation chains that are active, and that does track. There is not an overabundance of wildlife. There seems to be a normal amount. You do see the occasional deer. You do see plenty of like possums and raccoons, but there isn't a. But you don't really see a lot of sign of other predators. You don't see a whole lot of wolf or bear or things of that nature. Large cats.
The possums are our friends.
I will say, Kas, the more that you channel your arcane magics, the more stable you feel.
Okay.
This is related to the new trinket you got, which mechanically is just going to say that you will not be blinking in combat unless you use an ability that lets you do so. You're not going to be doing a random blink in the middle of a combat encounter.
Yeah,
but
I've got things that let me do that, but otherwise, yeah.
Right, unless it's controlled. But you have that is the trinket, the effect of the trinket you received. Basically, it keeps you in line with the actual rules as written, so that your blink doesn't, your character blink doesn't disrupt combat. I figured that was a cute way of doing it.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. It's good.
And even then, it's gonna be better when the DM steals it from you somehow, and then you just start. I swing to attack, and then you're gone.
GD,
no.
Yes?
you feel like something's watching you.
Do you need a speed line?
Tell me. I want you to tell me about some situation in the past where you have been hunted, to explain how you can recognize this feeling.
I want to say when he was a little kid, he was out collecting random rocks and sticks to make a mech of some sort, at least, or a construct. As much as a 5-year-old can make, I guess. Even with his brain. And I think it wasn't far from his house, but he could sense that he was being stalked by something at some point. But most likely a wolf or a bird of prey, or definitely an animal of some sort.
This feeling has resurfaced, and you're fairly certain that someone or something is following you with malicious intent.
And the worst part is he kind of the way I imagine this manifests in the imagery is like he's taking note of like some mineral or something, or a type of wood, and as he's like drawing down like patterns or whatever, he just randomly draws 2 pairs of menacing looking eyes somewhere in there. That's how it's revealed to the viewer.
A fight!
He doesn't like tell Soba first. Anything. He first refers to that to I'm sorry, Kennedy. What's your character's name?
Relax.
Rodelac, yeah. He first he closes up the book like with like one hand, like poof, and then he goes over to Rodelac. Rodelac, I believe we are being watched with malicious intent.
I'm going to use my observation powers and do my perception check with my low light vision and hope that my die isn't going to betray me. We know how that's going to result in. Got to
No,
make my
I mean,
die.
that's reasonable.
I saw
Alright.
like a 4 being rolled, and I was like, "Man, did
That's Rodelac.
Oh, that's not bad."
Ooh, that
Yeah.
is a 19.
Ooh, and go into detail about this roll if you would.
Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is we're being followed, right?
Mm-hmm. Stopped.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my hand up and I'm going to just bend over as if I'm fascinated by a bit of foliage. And it says, oh, I'm sorry, what's your character's name, Dictator?
Flicker.
Flicker, thank you. It's like, oh dear Flicker, look at this. I believe this is a very rare type of fern. As he like gestures as if to say, don't let on that I'm doing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we get
Oh.
very, very quiet. And my ears perk up. And I listen very attentively for the telltale sign of foliage being moved. And I believe... I'm going to make sure that I'm doing this right. Is that I'm going to use expeditious introspection to trigger sense motive on the person who's approaching.
Okay.
I can assess my surroundings. Oh, sorry. Instead of sense motive, I'm going to seek.
Ooh.
Okay.
I need to make a roll for this.
Tell me tell me the ability.
Okay, expeditious introspection.
So none of the rest of us are aware of what's going on?
Not yet.
Not yet, as well, unless you've been listening real close to Flicker.
Okay, it just says expeditious introspection. You observe and assess your surroundings with great speed. You recall knowledge, seek, or sense motive. And for seek, you scan the area for signs of creatures or objects. If you are looking for creatures, choose an area you're scanning. If precision is necessary, you can have me select a 30-foot cone or a 15-foot burst within line of sight. The GM attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the result to the stealth DCs of any undetected or hidden creatures in the area.
And just out of curiosity, I'm just wondering, no particular reason. What's your AC?
No!
Oh,
Ooh, here's for mine.
My AC is 16.
I see.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, wait,
That's
I'm sorry.
very sad.
My proficiency is my level plus my trained, right?
Sounds right.
Oh, well then, it is actually 18. So my proficiency is 18.
Okay. Second.
Right. 1
18,
or-
you say?
It says 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 18.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead and finish your check if you would.
You actually have to roll it.
Oh, I have to roll it. I
My
see.
bonus is my perception is +7, but you have to do like a secret check since I'm doing a seek.
Got it. Where is my dice that I will... You know what? Oh, I'm just going to grab my actual dice, because this is supposed to be hidden, and my dice roller is announced.
Boy.
Wait, do I tell you what this roll is?
If it's a successful, yeah.
That is a success.
Okay, it says, is it a success or a critical success?
Success.
Alright, if you were searching for creatures, any undetected creature you succeeded against becomes hidden from you instead of undetected, and any hidden creature you succeeded against becomes observed by you. If you were searching for an object, you learn of its location or get a clue about its whereabouts.
Okay.
So are they hidden or known? Or observed, rather.
Okay. Well, you are now conscious of a creature. This creature appears to be feline in nature, but has... You can't really see it clearly. You can see where it roughly is, but it is not clear.
Okay, as part of this, I can now devise a stratagem, which is like the way that I do things. It says here you assess a foe's weakness in combat and use it to formulate a plan of attack. Choose a creature you can see and roll a d20. So I see it, right? Technically?
Technically. Not clearly,
roll
but
the
yes.
D20. Okay. While I make the substitution, you can also add my intelligence modifier to the roll instead of my strength or dex modifier. Okay. So I have devised my stratagem, which means I now get a circumstance bonus for my known weakness.
Okay.
So I can make the observation of what its weakness is. Just to be
Circumstance
prepped and have
bonus,
this in my
if you will.
pocket if I need to do this thing. I gain a +1 circumstance bonus to my attack roll from Devise a Stratagem. If I immediately convey this information to your ally as part of the check, each ally will gain a +1 circumstance bonus to their next ally roll against the subject as long as their attack is made from the beginning of your next turn. So, what I will do then is I'm going to use stealth to make a gesture at each of them, at them to be like, you know, indicate that there is something that is in the shadows and stuff. So I'm going to keep this 12 over here because I'm going to be getting a +5 bonus to that. On not, you know, on top of my attack rolls and stuff because my intelligence modifier and all that. So I'm going to make another roll here. My stealth roll to relay this info to them, to not reveal to the feline type creature that I'm privy to their presence.
Okay.
That is a 16 plus my stealth, which is a 21 total.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay.
That's a really good whisper. God damn.
Well, I'm doing sign language.
There we go.
All right. I'd like to sense motive on this creature while I'm making the indication. I've got the stratagem in my pocket, but I wanna sense like how hostile it is, or if it's just hungry.
It is hungry and you are being stalked. And it is, at the moment, stalking you and preparing... yeah, it is... You've seen, if nothing else, you've seen at least a cat stalking a mouse. You look like it looks like it's about to pounce, though it is farther away than it should be able to. And let us take some initiative, if we would.
All right. Okay. May I do one last thing before we do the thing?
Okay.
I believe have here. I have in my character sheet a heritage that allows me to do one particular thing. Do you want me to DM it to you?
Sure.
Okay, let's see here. I'm just gonna DM you the particular information that's relevant.
I think I only got like 30 more minutes in me
Okay.
Okay.
of a waking time.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no worries. That'll be a.
All right.
Yeah.
I will roll my initiative.
I mean,
Yes, yes.
it's one cat. We can kill it. It's easy.
I actually rolled really good this time around. I think I'm gonna be at a pretty decent advantage on this one because I'm coming into this being like, all right, I'm ready for this. Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to take a life.
I'm not, but I'm aware of things.
Okay.
So
Hey,
I'm assuming
go
this
ahead
is
and-
our combat map.
Where
Put
do I
put
find
your
my
initiatives into here if you would.
Where would I find my initiative on the character sheet? I'm trying to find out.
You use a skill.
You use perception or a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well then, just perception? Well then, great. That's nice. Hold on.
Hey.
I'm like
I
doing one
did
of
not
them butt
see
Hey,
my
that's my
name.
character.
I did not see my name on here.
No,
You
well,
have to
click.
put it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
click a name and then rewrite it.
It's the defaults.
Yes,
I
yeah.
typed it into the Discord.
Well, kinda.
Yeah, I was wondering who are
Thank you.
who are these people?
Oh. I thought I was doing a lot better than I actually was.
Rododac's like, yeah, I'm ready, and then just like Soba and CC just like disappear like it's Dragon Ball Z, like.
Teleports behind. I'm going to request if you want me to bait this creature, because you won't be able to get the advantage unless I've done the thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, no, that is actually immediately relevant.
Because I'm going to bait this thing. I'm making the indication that I'm baiting this creature.
Okay.
Where's my thing? That's a robot. Or is it? I don't know what the kind of thing that is. I gotta find.
No. Oh, I almost clicked flip table. Oof.
Whoa, make sure
Don't do that.
Where
Don't do
is-
that. I
Where's
gotta
the
make sure I
hero,
get here
pile?
early next time.
Where's the hero pile? So I can pull out my character.
Here's the miniatures. No. Here's the miniatures
Hey,
box.
Hey, I used my saved objects.
Yeah, saved
Yeah,
objects. is
use
the-
saved objects
That's
is what
what
you
I
want.
did.
Oh, right. Saved objects. Yeah.
There we go.
Up. There we go.
I like how I made Soba bigger to reflect how much taller she is, and now everyone's doing it.
Oh, I'm like
we're
tiny
just
now.
fitting closer to
I
grid
know,
space.
I'm being
Yeah,
a
yeah,
shitter. I'm
grid
being a
size.
shitter.
My character is exactly as big as he is. So,
Yeah.
I'm a little
He's
bit
shorter standing up than CC.
We
sitting down.
support short kings.
hey, he's not. It's not his fault. He's a copy of another person. It's like that other guy's fault.
If I remember, Flicker is
so-
like second tallest. He's just lanky.
I'm going to be a clever fox, and I'm going to walk over. I'll wait for my turn. That is, but I'm gonna suggest to Selba and Cece that to hold their action until the enemy tries to go after me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, can we
Yeah.
hold our turns until after Rodolak goes?
Actually, I wanted to mention that. Rodolak? That proc successfully.
Which proc successfully?
The thing
Oh.
that you sent me.
Alright,
Yes.
so do you want me to describe what happens?
Oh, I do, because you can see the creature. It's not well though. It's very much hidden in the shadows, and it begins to crouch forward as if ready to pounce. Then it raises a tail lined with several spikes, and one of them flies through the air. I will let you take it from there.
Oh.
Okay. As Rodalak walks over to over towards another like outcropping of the like I guess this branch here, like this log or something, as you hear him loudly go, "Oh, will you look at this fungal colony? I think this would be a very interesting thing to you, Soba." As you watch him stand up straight and bend over at the same time, and the daggers, the spikes, shoot through the his head of the one that's standing up as he bends over, and he gets up and then points there. As I use my ability to inform everyone, and now everyone has an advantage on where the displacer is.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh,
Alright,
that's
then.
exciting.
So I guess it's my turn now, or do I have to wait for them to do their thing?
I mean, if the advantage is there, I mean, I can get over that thing with sudden charge, and I can hold it there.
Yep. You
Well,
could totally
hold
do
that. Hold that thought, Soba,
Okay.
because this isn't going to be an abnormal encounter.
Oh no.
Because it's me, and I love this kind of dumb stuff. There are many ways to get a success, but you will need to get successes. These can include finding ways of isolating where it is on the board. These can include making attacks to find it, but on every action, as a part of its action, it is going to return into a stealth state, and you will have to and it will displace itself. It will appear. I'm just going to tell you how, and your characters can handle this how you want your characters to, but it will effectively be performing a stealth and a misty step at the end of every turn. You will need to find it over and over again, and that is going to be the more difficult part. So then, the board is mostly for show, but the creature is hunting you. And
Kill it in one hit. Got it.
Soba, it is your initiative.
Was I able
Alright.
to determine the general area with Seek from my first
Yes.
initial skills?
You were able. You are going to give. How long does that last? Is it one round?
For Seek,
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowed to do that once every 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to say that with that ability and with being an incredibly effective ability in the situation, for the first round of combat, all of the players' checks are at +2, which is a massive bonus.
That's huge. Yeah.
It's
that's
an enormous
Alright.
bonus. But it was well played and very appropriate, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the fruit of your labor. You all do have a hero point as you acquire those upon a reasonable rest. So mental note that. And as a reminder, a platinum is an extra hero point. A gold is you may add a D4 to any roll.
Oh,
Cool.
So there's supposed to be another gold in here.
Alright. Can I go or?
Yeah, it is your initiative.
Okay. So just because I want.
has scooted away.
Just because I want Rodalac's like thing to like be helpful, be impactful. Like the moment he shouts there, Soba like literally like just autopilot, just sword draw, and she's sudden charge. Like by all intents and purposes. So she strides. She gets 2 strides, so that's 50 feet of movement. Just by just essentially like just rule of cool, just Dragon Ball like extreme speed teleport, and swings at this thing. And so that is, like not even a word, just like she got told to do a thing, so she did it. So that is 22 plus. You said what was the bonus that was given?
I'm supposed to give a +1 circumstance bonus to everybody, but I believe
It's +2 for finding it because of the way it was handled. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 24 to hit.
Okay.
Does that hit it?
Your axe cleaves through the air and lands directly into a tree that was along the same swing arc. It was not there. Finding the beast's proper location is the actual challenge, not defeating it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I mean, what? You know, it was in character. Soba got told.
Absolutely.
Got told to hit a thing, so it's whatever.
Oh, absolutely. And it's in character, and this is your character. This is your character and the player understanding what this battle truly is.
Okay, so Soba's gonna be very confused. Can I make a check, or is that another action? Which I don't have.
That'd be an action.
Wait. No, I said this. Soba already had her sword out, so I have one more. Never mind. So Soba's gonna just like quickly, like just very, very confused, just start looking around. I would like to make a nature check to see if Soba's gonna make a nature check to see if she knows any proper way of tracking this creature, or would that be a survival check? Probably be a survival check, wouldn't it?
Whatever you can convince me you want to roll. I mean, that's really the name of the game here. Give me a story behind every roll.
Okay, so based on what Soba knows about animals and just tracking and everything, she knows that creatures like this, there's some biological component to like how this works. So she's going to try and make a nature check to see if she can like detect in the air like some sort of like scent or some sort of leftover after effect of this thing teleporting. If that's okay.
Yeah.
So that is 18.
Alright, give me a second here. Just double checking some numbers real quick.
Mm-hmm.
An 18 is not a success.
Ooh, boy. Soba is very confused and she ends her turn.
Cece, you've just watched all of this unfold.
Well, Stacy is going to, especially seeing when Soba fails to hit it. Clearly, whatever's going on, it is not something that we're just gonna whack it and it's done. So what she's going to do is she's going to take out 2 of her sploders. In particular, she takes out specifically the 2 that rattle more than the other ones, and she's always assured people it's perfectly fine.
They
Why
have
would it be
loose
an
tolerances.
No, they carry a special payload.
Oh.
Ah.
So she sends one over to the trees near where Soba is. And she sends the other in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And they're going to start laying out with their steel wire, they're gonna start laying out tripwires.
Ooh.
And also, not a little bit less obvious, they're going to scatter a bag of caltrops at both of their positions.
No.
Roll crafting. Yeah, I'm gonna let you take crafting for that one. That counts. And I know that's the best skill, so you earned it with that.
So it's a 29.
You may take the platinum piece.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's I have my opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to do this right, and I've got
Well-
a very clever idea. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, if you take a look at the initiative order,
I know. I thought he already got. I thought we were holding our action until the enemy went, and then the enemy went. Now we're doing our thing.
oh, is that what's happening?
That's what,
Okay.
what did happen. I waited for the
Yes,
enemy to
sorry,
attack
sorry.
first.
Yeah.
Got it. Go ahead.
They did say that.
Yes. So the
Okay.
enemy. Okay.
So I have an idea on where it is, right?
A vague
It's not
idea.
some nebulous thing. Okay. All
Right.
So first thing I'm gonna have to do is perception. To do
mean-
the thing. To
I mean, you said it was here and then it teleported away, right? Or am I misunderstanding?
Yeah.
The
teleport. I thought it teleports at the end of the turn.
Oh, Soba missed.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Soba-
I actually missed. This thing has higher than 26. Fuck.
No.
Oh my God.
No. You absolutely hit what appeared to be the creature.
Yeah,
This
but
bastard.
it's
I hate this
displacing.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Displacer beasts are pretty classic.
I've not fought
so
one before.
may I attempt to supplement my perception roll with my Arcana roll?
Yes. You mean use it in place?
Because I'm attempting to identify where it's displacing from. Based on the way that it's swung, most displacer beasts might be able to have a diffusion in the direction that it's displacing from.
Okay.
Because I've got a plan to make this a little bit easier for us, but I'm going to be saving my roll not to actually hit it, but I've got another plan here.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope this roll doesn't screw me up. Okay, that is a 20.
Nice. You are able to recognize its location.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to run in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is as I'm running towards it, I'm going to take my bag of chalk and tie its string to the base of my lion scythe. And I'm going to attack with a strike, but instead of striking it, I'm going to wrap the cord around its neck so that when it moves around, it makes a jingling sound of the chalk.
Oh my
Ooh,
God,
nice.
that's amazing.
And I don't have to roll for this because I have already rolled for it. So that is 12 plus a circumstance bonus of the +2. So that's 13, 14. Plus my base modifier, which is 5. Plus my level modifier, which is 3. And then my intelligence modifier, which is another 4. So that's 12 plus 9. So that is 21. And that's just a touch attack. How's that?
Its AC is 22.
May I
Is the-
invoke
is the-
may I invoke the GM's rule of cool?
Yeah.
You can always use a hero
I'm not
point.
trying to attack it. I'm just trying to get it to jingle like a cat.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to
Okay.
count that. You may take a success
What do I take for a success? The
From this side.
Platinum, copper,
Umbra.
second?
from this side going down. So from this side here.
Oh, so I take a copper?
Yep. Then the next success is platinum and so on.
Oh, well, fine. I thought what I did was pretty smart.
It was awesome.
Pretty smart.
I still can't believe this is the
All right,
only
so you
time
watch
I've ever
Rodolak,
fought this laser beast.
You watch as Soba's like really confused as he says, God, it's like, thank you, Soba, that's what I need. Does an about face, runs in the opposite direction as if Rodolak is running away from the fight. Thrusts forward with the lion scythe, and as the displacer like dodges deftly to the side, he takes his hand and like wraps it around like it's a collar, and now it's like jingling with all the chalk.
Nice.
Soba both feels offended and impressed.
My function is not to hurt things, but to make it easier for everyone else too.
And just to clarify, this is not exactly Displacer Beast as you may have known them before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just using the models, so.
It's using the model in some similar mechanics.
Hmm.
Almost like I alluded to that when you were in town. With creatures that are similar but
Yeah.
have different regions. Weird,
Yeah.
huh? Neat?
Yeah. I'm just like I've never fought one before, so like the whole I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
they teleported. I did not know they actually did illusions.
They usually just use like they're just sort of next to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They
I
have
love
them in the
Sprig how you
movie, too.
provided the gif from
Yeah, the movie
and
is-
it actually show when they swings it actually shows the indication of the direction the displacer is displacing it is projecting from.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
honestly,
real cool.
the movie's depiction of it is really good. I really
Yeah,
liked
it's
it.
fantastic.
The movie is actually excellent,
was-
and
Shocked at how good it was.
I was too. Especially the stage combat. As somebody who has done stage combat for several years, the choreography in that was just genuinely good.
I was actually
part-
kind of shocked when I heard, oh, they did actually have an action happen every 6 seconds.
Okay, Flicker, it's your turn.
And the
Flicker,
Bard
you're
was
up.
not good at anything.
The
It was
absolute
perfect.
lad.
Okay, so my brain, like I said, it's running on low, so I'm having difficulty being creative here. The most I was really able to think of was to double down on making it easier to hit/find
Hmm.
by asking, since, I have an alchemy kit, which means I'm collecting random assortments of flora and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if perhaps among some of the collected stuff, I have some fluorescent plants or whatever.
Sure. If that's something that you would have been collecting, then yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I imagine he's just collecting, given his nature, he's just collecting random stuff that he think he can turn into something.
Well, if you find a
might-
fluorescent plant, I think it would make a lot of sense to go ooh shiny.
Yeah, he always struck me as a bit of a klepto. But klepto for science. So yeah, he just like... The idea is like he quickly mashed it together, and then poured it into his hand cannon. And given the fact that Rodelac has given him an indication, he poured the dust or whatever, or kind of smudginess. I don't know what the end result would be. It's usually dust. How it's depicted. And I essentially have invented the first party popper.
Oh god.
With
It's really just a glitter cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a glitter bomb.
Oh god, you monster.
You know what? It's the last day of Pride. You go off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's destroy this forest.
Well, not... Man, I didn't even think about it like that, but sure.
That glitter will be around in 2,000 years.
Glitter
Well-
is eternal. You
well-
cannot get rid of glitter.
Well, if this...
Why would you want to?
You know what? That makes this even more perfect
Fair point.
as I get into position and point towards this rock area, and I imagine this is like very tight AOE as I shoot at it, and I hope that it pretty much catches him, and there's a silhouette, a glitter silhouette now up against
Alright.
this rock.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll it.
Remind me, what would count as my attack? Because for some reason I'm stupid and I keep
You
forgetting.
get a +2 to the thing. For
Okay,
my
so that's a total of
stratagem.
+10, I guess. Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that'll do.
Oh,
Critical
Yeah.
sparkles.
yeah, that'll do it.
go off
This
queen,
thing-
I guess.
Go off, Queen. This is
Grab this-
your
already
time.
Fucking
Grab
slay.
grab a token first of all.
Yeah. Which token?
The platinum one.
The platinum
That
one,
one.
which is the next. That's the next one down. But it's
yeah.
just straight down the line.
I'm
And
nothing. I'll seethe in silence.
and you
The
you
lack
managed
in the
to
glitter.
absolutely plaster this thing. It is now lit up like a Christmas tree, and I'm going to let you decide whether or not Rodolak is as well. I was just going to say on a success that you know it wasn't on a critical critical success that you missed, but honestly with a nat 20 you just get to pick.
I do think it would be funnier if he somehow also got in the.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Just as you
Like,
hit him with it.
because-
Go ahead.
But what pose is it? Like you're like is the pose that's embroidered on this rock now?
Oh, just my silhouette is like it bounces
yeah.
off of my face and into the displacer as I'm in the middle of an attack when this happens, and you just hear him go, "It's in my eyes!"
Oh, okay, but the nuclear blast style shadow on the rock looks cool as heck.
Yeah.
It will be there for generations to come. This will be a pilgrimage site.
Absolutely.
Those sparkles aren't going anywhere.
All right.
Like after the temporary blindness flickers during that like whole hand is at the mouth.
Can I get
But,
an F in the chat for the sparkle silhouette?
But at the very least, the displacement beast can't hide anymore in the darkness. It can try.
I mean, it's still gonna teleport at the end of the round, right?
Well, yes, but
Yeah,
now
but-
it's going to be much easier to track.
Yeah.
And not at the end of the round, at the end of its
Oh, yeah.
activation. It gets 2 activations per round because it's only one creature, and the action economy is more interesting this way.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I don't know if I. Actually, no. I think I was about to ask. It's like I'm wondering if I already had a gun in the ball in the chamber when I shot that off.
Oh my god!
That's
Alright.
actually a question that I'm 100% willing to let like the GM decide on that one.
I'm going to
So
say
the,
that you got a fantastic effect and a success.
Okay.
So is it the enemy's turn or Cass's turn?
It is the enemy's turn at the moment. And it is going to bite at Rodolak. I mean, you are right up in its face, and you tangled up its dangly bits.
Question.
Excuse me?
Question. Would it maybe be more interested in the guy that just perfumed it highly and has the slightly higher AC and potentially annoyed it?
I mean, I'm right there.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm
It's in
I'm okay
melee.
with this. I
I
have
do
made
help.
my decision.
okay. I was trying to help you out.
No, it's fair, though.
Regrettably, that thing that I did initially to start this fight has been used. I can't do it again. So I'm in trouble.
Don't
I'm
worry.
sure it's probably fine. I mean,
If you die, we'll just make you a new character.
Out of
Yeah,
curiosity, How many
exactly.
hit points do I go
What's
up
the worst that
level?
could happen? What
I'm
could
gonna start
possibly go wrong?
Oh, by this number at first level and every level thereafter. So 8
Yeah.
plus my con modifier. Oh, okay. So I need to bring that up one more time.
okay.
my-
What's
my
it? What's that
hit
make your
points
HP?
20, 26?
26.
26
Neat.
HP? Oh my god.
I'm in trouble.
I have 70.
I have 44.
I have
I'm
like
in
42.
trouble.
How?
I mean-
Wait.
I have good news
Yeah.
and bad news for you.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is, it's only 12 damage.
The bad news is that's half my health.
The bad news is, can I get a fortitude saving throw?
Oh no! He
tried
dead.
to help you out. I tried to help you out.
All right, let's roll that fortitude save. Good thing I got a bunch of bonuses on my saves.
Oh boy.
That's a 19. I rolled a 25.
25 total?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're okay. Um,
Oh boy.
don't worry about that.
It's probably fine. What could go wrong here?
Yeah, the DM over here being like, it's fine. Don't
It's
worry about it.
fine.
You're gonna get through
Don't
it.
worry about
Don't
it.
worry
It's
about
fine.
it. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, I'd die.
Yeah. Oh, you put it purposely further away from me. I see how it is.
Well, we
Actually,
don't know
I
where it
didn't.
is now.
This
Well-
thing knows. This thing knows I can beat the shit out of it.
And
Right, that
now
is-
it's the
All right.
target.
Now,
That is its
keeping in
action.
mind, Cass,
Yeah.
this thing rattles and sparkles now.
Yes.
Okay. So it should be pretty easy for me to find it.
Easier.
It's-
I mean, if you want to fire a flare or something, I'm sure that would help too.
What is this, Fortnite?
So you have an interesting understanding of such things,
Mhm.
which is kind of funny. The creature, you can see where the creature's image is,
Mm-hmm.
and the creature is almost certainly very, very close to it. But now you actually have half the puzzle solved. The puzzle of where is the creature is solved. Now the question of where is the creature in relation to where its image is a workable problem.
Well, so I'm just gonna go
Which is pretty
ahead
easy.
and I'm going to inner radiance torrent. Right there. Next to where it is. That square. I assume it's there. From
That
where
po-
I
that-
am.
Yeah, that blast down an entire line is so it is trying to
Uh-huh.
cleanse
Yeah, I'm
cleanse the area.
gonna move over one, and I'm just gonna like blast the whole line from that. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that tracks. Okay. Um,
Did you get it?
I don't know yet.
that's your once per encounter ability, right? Or,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like that's a day. That's a daily.
Yeah, roll it out.
Oh, that's the one with the mirror in your chest, right? Where you just.
It's the thing that I'm supposed to shoot from my cupped hands, but actually shoots from the sigil in my chest,
Mm-hmm.
and it does 4d4 damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll 4d4, and whatever's there gets like that much damage.
I'm gonna roll 4d4, and that's the problem with whoever's in the way.
10
1, 2,
damage.
3, 4. Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, we'll take the
8, 9.
damage, and you may take a copper.
Okay.
Actually, did he rolled 4 d4s or 4 d8s?
44.
You got
It's 44.
the perfect. I just love the fact that it's the perfect alignment. 1,
Right?
2, 3, 4.
Yes,
That satisfies,
love it.
that satisfies my brain to a stupid extent.
And I spend my whole like turn doing this, so it shoots it out, and I get to keep doing it the next round too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So delaying action. How does delaying action affect future rounds in Pathfinder?
As far as I'm aware, it's only for that round. So like
Okay,
this
so we're-
next turn, unless we delay our turn again, me and Cece are back to normal positions.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check. Cool. Then
Yeah.
Soba is up.
So
Uh,
I have a question for you, Miss DM. Can I replace? So in my sudden charge ability,
Yeah?
it says that if I end within melee range of an enemy, I can make an attack. Would you allow me to switch that attack with an interaction?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So
Also,
Soba.
Sorry.
Ooh, sorry. Go ahead.
Also, I will say that because of Casa's action, you do have a pretty good indication of where it is. Like, where it actually is, from seeing the
So-
radiance hit it.
Yeah. So Soba sees this very sparkly kitty. It's making jingles. Her brain immediately goes back to like wild cats, like mountain lions that her tribe kept as like pets. And she immediately uses sudden charge, whoosh, because that is exactly 50 feet. That is
Nice.
exactly 50 feet. And just like rushing towards it, just like reaches into her bag and just comes to a sliding like on her knees in front of the cat and holds out a ham. She's gonna try and like befriend the cat because she's just having like this moment of like big kitty.
I love it.
It's like because initially when she was told to attack, she didn't really know what it was. She's just like, oh, I'm being told to attack. Okay, but now it's just like no, big kitty. She won.
Okay.
I'm going to argue that Soba's going to make a nature check, and she's just going to try and bring back like all of the knowledge that she had from like when she was with her tribe, and she would see people go out and tame mountain lions. Like, you know, offering ham, like palms flat out, but like still like even though like they're on their knees, like utilizing the fact that they're 9 feet fucking tall. So like, I am bigger and I am offering you friendship and a ham.
It's Precious all over again.
Yeah.
When I say Precious, I mean a player character that I've played with in the past.
So that is a shit, hang on. That is a 19 on the nature check. Is that
All right.
as she's just holding out this ham?
Unfortunately, that is not enough. It is too enraged. It's already being attacked. It's already angry. A peace offering is not going to sway it.
Okay.
The sparkle pissed it off.
So
Yeah.
Soba will
like,
drop the ham for it anyway, and then like rise to her.
Getting blasted in the face with a laser kind of puts a damper on diplomacy.
Yeah, yeah. She just drops the ham for it. She's like she offered it to it, so she'll just give it to it, and then she's just gonna just stand and be like, "Then this is how it must be," and that's the end of her turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's also one of those, why should I cooperate for your ham when I can kill you and take it?
What do you have?
That's why she's dropping that. Just why she's dropping the ham for it, so it can recognize like, oh, you're giving me the ham anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Cece.
Quick
sorry, go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
For the party. Since do we want to end it here potentially, or like I said, I'm a bit low on the cruises at this point because you know I'm tired and I'm hungry and.
That's fine. This was the last thing for today. We can call it here in the middle, and also we can just save this as a state.
A
Why not
cliffhanger.
just this like one last round, just so that we can be at the top of the round when we come back?
Oh yeah, that'd
okay
be a
with
good
that.
idea. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wanted to do that before Soba did it, but
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think I can.
Well,
do
clearly, Sprig has something cool planned. So let's just let Sprig take her turn and then call it there. Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Sprig.
So the thing that I had planned was actually a tie-in for Rodelac because of the jingle jangles. Cause Cece has a brass ear.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So she is going to take that from her chair and toss it over to Cuz.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little help with targeting your thing.
Okay. I like it.
And then she was also going to direct her spooters. Just in there. Lay out your tripwire and scatter your caltrops.
All right. Yeah. We'll probably take effect at the beginning of the next time we go.
Oh,
What?
my bad.
Friend.
I hit a control side by accident.
Oh.
I
Scared me.
started like line drawing and I made a mistake, so I control Z'd it and it control Z'd the whole board.
These
I
things
know.
happen.
Yeah, these things
I
happen.
don't know. I don't know. So I don't know why it was the brass here that made me think of it, but my brain just connected Sprig's character to, not exactly. It's not all the steps there, but the little spider clockworks. She's in a wheelchair. My thought, and now the brassiere just made me connect her to Loveless from Wild Wild West.
Oh my god, no.
Like I said, she's a couple of steps still removed, but the ear thing made me think of the guy with like the really fucked up ear in that movie.
Oh god.
We should get Sprig a Gatling gun.
A Gatling tank. Why not?
Yes.
Well, a Gatling gun so she can be a Bloodborne reference.
Giant enemy spider.
How do you guys feel about today's session?
Yeah, this
Very
is fun.
good, very fun.
It was fun. I'm sorry that I was kind of low on replies in general.
No worries.
But I just feel like I was low energy most of the day, really. I'm not.
No, you're
I
good.
think most of my mental energy was spent on like putting the map together.
Buddy,
It
you
can
can be tired. It's okay. Like,
Honestly, all of us have had a rough week.
Yeah.
Like I think every single person here is under a lot right now.
yeah, I'm
Like-
going to a funeral tomorrow.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
like I got shouted at by my endocrinologist for being trans wrong, so it's fine. Trust me. Like everyone's had a.
Yeah, like it's not been a great week.
I don't even know what that
Happy
is.
Pride, everybody! Happy Pride!
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride!
I lost all of my VODs this week because, well, except for
Oh
last
no!
night.
Yeah.
Because every single stream that I did this week, other than last night and today, my stream disconnected up to 10 or more times. I had like,
What?
I think a total of 42 stream disconnects in the span of like
Jeez.
3 days.
Jesus Christ!
Today is a shit week for everyone. It feels like.
Yeah,
I've got that
but we had a
YouTube thing
good
that I
time. We
mentioned
had a good time playing the game
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
fun.
Highlight of the week.
In comparison to
Absolutely
you guys,
highlight of the week.
in comparison to you guys, I've been doing pretty well. In comparison,
Hey, it's not a competition.
Everyone has their
Yeah,
own
this is-
mountain to climb, and it doesn't like
Yeah.
just because it's not as tall doesn't mean it's any less treacherous.
And
The-
Max
the
has
worst
that crunch that he was talking
Very,
about.
very true, Kobold.
the worst
Great.
I've had to deal with was I had to do administration as I like cleaned up my computer and made sure to double check that I don't delete anything that doesn't have like a duplicate or saved or whatever. Like that was the worst of my week. Just cleaning stuff out and cleaning out my desktop.
Well, it's also really late for you, though. So why
Yeah.
don't you go ahead
Yeah.
and get some rest, buddy?
Yeah,
We love
yeah, which is I'm kind of annoyed because it's like I get tired because I'm not like engaging because like I'm letting you guys talk, but it's like because the moment I started talking and I came up with that glitter idea, my brain lit up enough to give me the dopamine.
Okay, but the glitter idea was really good. You
But I
came
had
up with a really good idea. So, like,
Did you have a good
you're not
time?
even doing bad.
Yes, I did. I
Then that's
still
what-
overall did.
That's the most important thing to me, is that everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, this was fun. I had fun.
I really love how you guys are piecing together the various puzzles that I have laid out, and there's a couple that you simply don't have enough resources to solve, you know, like at this time, but I'm still sparking your thoughts, and this makes me happy.
Look, my character is here to take hits for everyone else and has like barely 2 brain cells to rub together, and I'm still having fun even with the cerebral stuff. So hey,
Honestly, I like the energy you add to the cerebral stuff because it is I have big stick energy, and I think that is just like kind of needed something like it's a good in character personality in the cerebral stuff specifically because it doesn't necessarily naturally fit.
It's
she's trying her best.
It's
Yeah.
funny that you're
I
practically
really enjoy Sova actually.
funny because it's like you're balanced out by like 3 other people that are, well, one is socially much more intelligent. The other two are like the different spectrums of genius.
Yeah. We have charisma good, which is Rodalak. We have charisma maybe not so good, which is
Me.
you, yeah,
Cass.
Cass. And then we have the 2 brainiacs, and then it's just like, all right, I'm gonna use all 70 of these hit points for you, like 20 hit point friggin'.
I
Charisma.
paid for 70 hit points. I'm gonna use 70
I
hit
just-
points.
I feel like
That's
I'm
right.
compelled to point out that despite the fact that I have 26 hit points, my first instinct was like, all right, I'm gonna let him try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them try to hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you
We
find
have-
out how much hit points I have, you're like, that was probably
Why-
an error.
And
You have
and the
too few
consequence-
hit points.
And the consequence of your actions is emballed on the wall.
Like I figured you guys had like roughly like 40 or 50. I did not know the difference was that much.
Oh, I have 42
I'm at
and
44.
20 HP. I have 42
I'm just-
and
I just
20
can't
HP.
believe that you passed the poison save.
I mean,
Like, that's-
my entire character is all about skill checks and skill saves.
Yeah, and like because that's where a lot of the damage of that attack comes from. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're gonna burn out after. Wow, nice.
It just- it says
You were
here,
very
increase your
ready
maximum
for-
HP by 8 plus your Constitution modifier, and I'm like, oh, that's not great.
That's
Wait,
not
that's
much.
I
Very
need
ready
to add-
for
I think I need
Rodalike
to
has
add
to make a
another-
new character.
I think I need to actually add another 9. Because you start
Yeah,
with
but
8
that's
plus your con
funny.
modifier, and then you add it again at your first level, right?
I think so.
Oh, then I need to add one more time.
That
I
would make more
like
sense.
I like to imagine the exact sound that happened when he got bit was
35
almost
hit points, everybody.
was
That's
the
much more
crunch,
reasonable.
generic crunch sound effect you can imagine.
Crunch2.wav.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of .wav, I need to get back to work.
Oh no.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
It was good having
I've
you.
I've got an audio drama I need to finish within the next couple of days because it's releasing this summer. Not
This
the sci-fi one, not the clutch one.
Yeah.
No, if it makes anybody feel any better, the episode that got held in limbo for a while just got released for Hell of a Boss. Season
It
1
was so good.
finale came out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun working on it and holding my tongue about that character for a year.
I
You know
really
what-
want to ask you what bits you worked on, because that literally made my entire day when that came out. Like, holy
I'm the
shit.
sound editor on that project. I worked on
Oh,
all the
you did,
I
like,
worked on
so-
the audio.
All
Okay, so it's not like the sound is like divided up between multiple sound editors. You just did like the whole thing, or?
Oh no, it is. It's just I do certain things for it. Like I was doing a lot of as a sound editor, I was setting up a lot of the things, like some of the Foley, the backgrounds, the footsteps, the ambiances, all the walla.
I just
So like
find
a
it,
lot of the dog noises in the distance and stuff.
I just found it kind of impressive, the fact that it's like, A, it was fairly wholesome, and B, I like the fact that the queen of gluttony was just like, even though Luna was fairly aggressive to her, she was surprisingly chill.
Yeah, like
Which
I'm
is
gonna be
normally-
honest, that I know like this is like really like mercurial to get around, but I love how fucking like nice like that fucking show sounds. Like Like you look at like most like animations on like YouTube and stuff, and it's like it sounds like someone is just like working out of like a fucking basement or whatever. But like Hell of a Boss is like it might as well be an actual fucking TV show with how like good it sounds.
There's a reason for that. Like, in addition to like me being like I was the main sound guy for the pilot and for Has Been Hotel's pilot and all that stuff. When we got a full team on board for it, they eventually went with Atlas Oceanic, which are the guys who did Harley Quinn, the animated series. And Rob Hargreaves, who's like the lead sound designer on that project, he's been working in sound since Batman the Animated Series.
Jesus.
Wow.
Like, I just watched an episode of Batman Beyond, and he's the lead sound supervisor on that project.
Nice.
Fuck.
So it's been an honor to be working with their team.
Well, fucking, I mean, regardless, like, fucking a project that big, like, every person's, like, pulling their weight, and it's a really fucking good ass show, so, like, hey, well done.
Yeah, and I can tell you something else that I'm excited about, is that you should be looking forward to hearing some stuff from both Satina and Lackadaisy pretty soon. Can't say what.
Yo,
but-
hype?
Yo, yeah, I'm...
Remember, I'm on those too.
Yeah. Damn,
do awesome stuff.
if only my partner wasn't asleep, because they fucking love Lackadaisy. Fucking shit.
Oh yeah, like I can't say what it is, but we've got something. We're
If
working
you
on
wake
something.
your partner up, they're gonna be mad at you. I promise you. Don't do it.
Just be like, hey, yo,
This
keep
is
an eye
not
out for
worth it. What are you
Lackadaisy.
doing?
Lackadaisy was great. We actually got the pleasure of I helped organize a speakeasy party for all the crew 2-3 weeks ago. And we actually got to meet we got all the crew to meet together. Belpesh and Michael Kovac got to meet each other for the first time. The voice actors of like Rocky and Freckle.
Ooh.
I fed Michael a massive chicken sandwich.
Like,
it was great.
Okay, was he consenting to this, or you just like shoved the chicken sandwich?
No,
There
you
was
just,
like a
no.
running-
I'm just
running
imagining
gag.
Megas just like grabbed his mouth, is like open wide, and just shoved it in palm first.
Okay,
you're
but
not
like,
too far from the truth on that one. Long story
The
short,
secret-
there was a running
the
gag with
secret
Michael
is-
involving what was called Big Chicken.
I want a chicken sandwich bad enough right now that you could do that, and I would be just like okay with it.
It was just a
So-
massive chicken sandwich he found one year, and I'm like, I eventually found a place that had a bigger chicken sandwich, and I said, the next time I meet you, I'm getting you that sandwich.
Aw.
3 years it took me, but I
Hey,
finally did it.
Like remembering and doing the thing, and then like physically shoving it down his throat. Like that's all that counts.
I mean, the sandwich was so big he couldn't eat it when we got there because he was terrified it was gonna like spill all over his.
That's why
expensive
you
suit.
shove it down. Like the shoving is an essential part of the process.
Of the process. Wow.
And the secret is you need to keep your palm flat and your fingers straight, or you can get bitten.
Yeah, you don't want to get bit. That's
just-
bad.
You just go.
Crucial support from Sprig there.
Well,
Yeah.
now that I'm actually earning some income, maybe you can feed me that chicken sandwich someday.
Big noises.wave.
I will, because that chicken place that I found is 30 feet from my house.
Jesus.
I could actually go out and grab it right now for myself.
I
I'm hungry,
God,
but-
I wish there was
Get
any
you
kind of
a
chicken
sandwich,
place 30
you
feet
deserve
from my
it.
house.
Well,
Yeah, you do absolutely deserve it.
If I go that far from my house, there's just another tree.
I mean, I can walk 5 minutes from my house and there's a Little Caesars. Not quite as good, but I mean, hey.
I
pros and
went
cons of living in LA.
three-
I can
miles.
walk that far and be in the ocean.
I can
I
walk that
walked
far.
3 miles
and-
today to go to the grocery store. So
I
I
did
can
that
be-
just a couple days ago.
I can walk that far and still be in the woods.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
no, you could like there isn't an amount of distance you could go and not still be in the woods, Jay.
Yeah, but like, but still.
Oh boy.
Technically, but like. Anyways, thank you all. I really appreciate how much you guys give me to work with, which
Yeah.
is kind of essential for my GMing style. Like, I simultaneously rely on the players to have, interesting ideas that add to the scene, and do my best to make sure that I am creating scenes where the players can shine in adding those things. And you guys are great at that, and I really, really love this. Like, you guys.
I'm having a lot of fun in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me 3.
So some people don't mesh with my GMing style because I like GD has stated, I make the players think a lot more than the average GM. Like I force you guys to be on your toes, and I'm asking you questions, but like you guys all jive with that, and I absolutely adore the ideas and the thought processes and the ways that gets integrated into both the world as a whole and into the moment to moment.
Yeah.
It's why
I prefer that to not like thinking about things. I would much rather have to come up with an interesting idea every time.
Yeah, like
It's why I hate when my brain cuts off and I'm kind of listening, but also kind of not listening. So because I don't want to I usually like paying attention enough. Hell, one of my GMs said that I was so kind of attentive, or that I listened enough to it, figured things out, that he thought I read the module.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh,
like
geez.
as a DM, I love when my players do batshit off the wall stuff, but but I am no good at DMing Pathfinder. I almost had a TPK back on Tuesday. I had to have a literal angel come out and be like,
That's
"Oh
okay.
hey,
Just
whoosh."
kill them all.
Yeah.
Your players, if they die, they die.
Yeah.
I got close to a TPK a couple of weeks ago, and it's like, God, I cannot tell you how much of a fucking mood shift I go when I think I'm going into a TPK. It's a huge
Survival
mood shift.
mode.
Yeah.
Cause especially if it's like, oh god, this is a 3, maybe 4-year character.
Do you guys like-
Alright, kids.
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
I do need to get to bed because I do have a funeral to go to tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Cheers.
say enjoy the funeral. Shit. Oh.
Yeah.
I will enjoy seeing my family that I haven't seen in a while.
Be
Alright.
I
present
love
at
my
the-
family. It'll be all right.
Present at the funeral. That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
My chunks.
You are loved.
You are very loved. You are valid.
All of you are loved.
Happy Pride Month, everybody, for the next 30
I
minutes.
love y'all. Happy Pride for
It's
yeah
already
for
over for me, but still happy
I
Pride
got another 3
Month.
hours.
we can have an extra Pride Month, or you know what? If Pride Month is over, Happy Wrath.
Happy
You
Gay
know
Wrath.
Let's go ahead and have fucking Wrath Month now.
what? Shit's gay all year round, son.
Let's
You
be
know-
mad as hell.
Okay, but when's
Alright.
gay sloth month? Because I'm very tired.
Right now. Good
generally-
night, everybody.
Generally January. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye bye. Oh, I should raid someone.
Bye-bye.
Shit.
I'm